Good evening and welcome to Pike High School for tonight's Metropolitan Interscholastic Conference clash between the Center Grove Trojans and the Pike Red Devils. Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Conrad along with Rick Embry. We welcome you to Center Grove Trojan football. Rick Embry in for Ted Kitchell tonight. And Rick, the Trojans coming off two great conference wins, scoring over 100 plus points the past couple of weeks, especially last week, a real quality win at home against a very good Lawrence Central team. And tonight the Trojans want to keep it going, try to get a quality win here on the road against a very good Pike team.
Yeah, the offense for Center Grove has got going the last couple weeks after a brutal opening four-game stretch in which they played three out of the top three teams in 6A between Ben Davis, Carmel, and Warren Central. And last couple weeks the offense has definitely been clicking, obviously against a little bit lesser opponents, and it'll be interesting tonight. They're going to have to be on top of their game because Pike will put up points tonight.
Pike has struggled the last 4 weeks, going 0-4, and they've played some very difficult competition, very much like the Center Grove Trojans here early in the season. So Center Grove 2 straight wins, Pike looking to turn things around after losing 4 straight.
Yeah, and talking to a couple of the Pike guys that are up here in the press box, they really have not recovered from the end of that Ben Davis game in which they're ahead 50-46, I think, and then they had the lightning delay with a minute to go, and when they came back on Saturday morning, dropped a pass that would have clinched the game, and then Ben Davis marched 85 yards in a little bit less than a minute to win that game, and they really haven't recovered from that in the last few weeks. But it'll be interesting tonight with different weather conditions. That obviously affects a team that throws the ball like Pike does and likes to do, so it'll be interesting with the wind swirling, possible rain, and obviously the temperatures plummeting, how the Pike offense will handle that.
Tonight's pregame show is being presented by Center Grove Anytime Fitness. Anytime Fitness Center Grove is locally owned, 24-hour secured fitness facility. Greg and Stephanie Brown are pleased to bring the most elite fitness facility to Center Grove with a personal approach. Please stop by Anytime Fitness Center Grove, located at 1642 Olive Branch Park Lane, next to Beefcake Burgers. Coming up next, our conversation with Center Grove head coach Eric Moore to preview tonight's conference matchup here on the road against the Pike Red Devils. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
When I woke up one day, and I was 60.
When my baby weight was acting more stubborn than my baby.
When divorce closed one chapter of my life, but opened another.
Whenever you're ready, our door is always open, and you'll always find the right encouragement to keep you on track.
Appetizers, gentlemen.
I'll start with the steak tartare.
And you, sir?
I'll have the same. But hold the tartar sauce.
The tartare sauce? Really?
I don't like it.
The more you save on insurance, the more you'll have for football. Drivers who switch their home and auto to Allstate saved an average of $503 a year. Are you in good hands?
Ooh, creamy brulee.
Standing here once again with Coach Eric Moore. Coach, today, once again, another quality opponent, an explosive opponent with an offense in Pike that scores over 35 points a game.
Yeah, yes, indeed. It's been a sleepless week, and hopefully we'll get some of this terrible weather that's starting to come in and rain on us right now to follow us up to the west side for Pike tonight. We really need some help to slow those Red Devils down. They have an unbelievable passing attack, great athletes, run all over the field, and a defense that's getting better each week and really worries us for our running game. Their inside box guys are fundamentally very sound, very fast and strong, and we just hope we have enough to combat them tonight.
Their defense is improving. It does give up quite a few points, almost the same amount of points a game that their offense puts up. Our offense, on the other hand, has really caught fire the last few weeks, averaging nearly 50 points a game, sinking on all cylinders, and a fantastic game last week by Max Norris.
Yeah, run, Rocket, run. Max Norris is back. He feels a lot more healthier. Tonight will help. He won't have the fight the heat that he's had in the past. Offensive line, we've tried to simplify our run packages as well as our passing package and get after him with Max. And Devin Hensley's always a great threat. Got kids coming off the bench. The Holt brothers, Titus McCoy, he's got to be in there and give us a good run tonight after a little bit of an injury last week. But again, it's going to come down to the offensive line. Can we maintain, stay on the field on those third and mediums?
You mentioned a little bit ago weather, and this is the first, I guess, our second challenge of the season. Earlier, it was all about the heat and being hydrated, what so forth and so on. And tonight's probably the first one we're going to have to deal with the wind, the rain, and probably the cold.
I hope so. I know that's hard coming for me, but we really need bad weather tonight. Would really be a benefit to Trojans. I'm not gonna lie, but we'll figure it out as we get there. Our kids, they can deal with anything. I think it's much harder to deal with the heat for kids in Indiana than it is to deal with rain and cold and stuff like that. It's not going to be so cold they can't handle it. But both teams will be on the field playing the same weather. We're still going to have to block people. We're still going to have to tackle guys.
Well, Coach, we wish you all the luck. This is the first of 2 games on the road. Let's go get our 3rd straight.
Go Trojans. Let's go win another homecoming. I'll see everybody at Pike High School tonight. Go Trojans.
When I woke up one day, and I was 60.
When my baby weight was acting more stubborn than my baby.
When divorce closed one chapter of my life, but opened another.
Whenever you're ready, our door is always open, and you'll always find the right encouragement to keep you on track.
Where's the best place to get answers about your water? Aqua Systems, the home water experts. Since 1959, Aqua Systems has been manufacturing and installing top-quality water softeners, drinking water systems, and whole house filtration systems for even the toughest water issues. Stop by anytime to get your water tested free and learn more about how we can help you have better water. If you need bottled water or salt delivered to your home or office, we do that too. CG football fans, mention this ad and get a special discount. And most importantly, go Trojans!
Welcome back to Pike High School for tonight's Metropolitan Interscholastic Conference battle between Center Grove and Pike. Kevin Conrad joined by Rick Embry. Ted Kitchell off tonight, and the Center Grove Trojans across the way coming on to the football field in the home white uniforms trimmed in red. Rick Embry, a big storyline tonight, the weather. We just heard from Coach Moore. He wants to see the rain, the wind, kind of plays into Center Grove's game plan a little bit. That is the power running game where Pike, they like to throw the football. Bo Trudeau, yes, the son of the great Jack Trudeau, played for the Colts years ago, and but Pike does like to throw the ball quite a bit. They put up a lot of points, but as you know, with bad weather, sometimes it makes it very challenging to put the ball up in the air.
You're always wondering, and during the late October, November playoff season in Indiana, it's very difficult for a team that likes to pass the ball to be able to do that in those kind of conditions. So Coach Moore's right. He's got a rushing offense, and he knows that he's able to move the ball and play well on offense no matter what the weather is, and for a team that likes to throw the ball like Pike does, and man, the wind is very stiff and very crosswind, so that makes it very difficult. It'll be interesting to see how they compensate for that.
And also, Rick, it will have an impact on special teams tonight with the kicking and punting games. Sometimes the wind can help, but obviously at times you're going to be punting or kicking against the wind. So it'll be interesting to see how both teams handle the wind tonight. Obviously, going with the wind will dictate if you go for a field goal or not, and things of that nature.
Well, and you got to also see what direction. If it's a crosswind, it doesn't matter the wind's at your back or what. It's very difficult in kicking those kind of conditions. But you also got to make sure you don't try anything special or you're thinking about it too much, because the more you think about that, then you start doing stuff like not catching the ball back from a punt or an extra point or something like that, and even worse things can happen than a not a very far punt.
Coach Eric Moore in his 16th year at Center Grove. He's 3-0 against Pike. Beat Pike last year at Ray Skillman Stadium 14-13, and it was just a missed extra point. That was the difference in last year's game. And the Trojans, last time they came here to Pike, you go back to the 2010 season, not not a well-played game, but Center Grove did win 16-8. I would say just not a pretty game, but Center Grove found a way to win 16-8 the last time they were here in 2010, and the Trojans also beat Pike back in 2009 at Ray Skillman Stadium. In the latest poll, Center Grove in Class 6A, number 8 this week in the AP Media poll, and number 7 in the coaches poll. And the head coach of the Pike Red Devils, Derek Moyers, he has done a great job with this Pike program. He took, I believe in his second season, took Pike to the state championship. They were runner-up against Carmel, but again, just made this program here at Pike very, very competitive. And I know, again, their record not that great right at the moment at 2-4, 0-4 in the conference, but just like Center Grove, they started off the season against Warren and Ben Davis, and just a very, very difficult schedule.
Well, difficult schedule, but they also, I mean, they only have 2 wins, but one of those is against Brownsburg. 59-19 early on in the year. So, and then we talked about the Ben Davis game in which they were in control late and gave up that late touchdown to lose to Ben Davis, and they've never really recovered. But I mean, if you compare the programs, Pike versus, we were talking about last week or a couple weeks ago when we played North Central, how North Central just does not have a program right now, and how can that be when you got a school of 4,000, 4,500 kids, and Pike's a very similar school. They're more known for basketball, but like you said, Coach Moore, since he's been here, has really established a program, and they're very competitive. They're just in a very difficult sectional over here on the west side that's difficult to get out of.
Tonight's pregame show was presented by Anytime Fitness Center Grove, locally owned 24-hour secured fitness facility. Craig and Stephanie Brown are pleased to bring the most elite fitness facility to Center Grove with a personal touch. Please stop by Anytime Fitness Center Grove, located at 1642 Olive Branch Park Lane, next to Beefcake Burgers. Again, we do appreciate their sponsorship on the pregame. Anytime Fitness Center Grove. Rick, it appears it will be Pike kicking off, Center Grove receiving to begin tonight's football clash. And our officials tonight, these are some of the best officials in the state of Indiana. The referee is Kevin Brown, umpire Jason Plunkett, head linesman Lucas Howard, line judge Todd Collop, and the back judge is Rob Williamson. And the Trojans had this crew last year when they hosted Southport in the regional. Our opening quarter being presented by Center Grove Aqua Systems. Here's your water hard. Does it taste bad? Is it damaging your fixtures and your appliances? If you would like to find out more about how you can improve your home's water, talk to Center Grove Aqua Systems, located on State Road 135, just south of Stone Creek Restaurant. Stop by and let their friendly, non-commissioned staff help you get your questions answered, or give them a call at 317-889-6829, or visit them online at ilovemywater.com. Center Grove Aqua Systems, our first quarter sponsor.
Quite a boisterous press box here at Pike High School. We had a gentleman in front of us that fell backwards when we were talking a little while ago, and as true friends that he has, most of the guys beside him didn't bother to try to catch him. They were more interested in laughing at him and mocking him. So that was the laughter and all of that stuff. So we're getting ready for football here, Kevin.
Alex Marr will kick off for the Pike Red Devils, puts his right foot into it. Good hang time, but it's going to be taken at the 5 and being returned by junior Jackson Holt. Finds an opening down the near sideline and across the 30 up to the 34-yard line. So a great return for the Center Grove Trojans. Very good field position. You'll see here Holt found an opening here on the near side and got tripped up just shy of the 35-yard line.
Yeah, he returned that almost 30 yards, so very good field position for Center Grove to start out the game.
Junior quarterback Joey Siderwitz under center. First handoff, Titus McCoy, the sophomore, some great blocking, picks up the first down, and he's near midfield. Great opening carry by the sophomore, Titus McCoy.
That was good to see, because I think Titus has been banged up the last couple games after that Ben Davis game, in which it looked like he was hurt in the first half because he was limping throughout the second half. So nice to see a little burst from Titus, and then last week it looked like he might have something wrong seriously with his ankle or his knee, but looks like he's bounced back in a very good first possession.
13 yards for McCoy. Right up the gut. First run of the night for the Rocket. Max Norris, 9 yards. Last week, yes, 336 yards for Norris, 5 touchdowns. Just an incredible night. Rick, my son, did the math. It would equate to 66 fantasy football points. That's how great of an effort Norris had last week against Lawrence Central.
So your son said that, and then my 9-year-old son on the way home said, hey, Dad, for a fundraiser for Bantam next year, we should have a high school fantasy football league. And that's what his suggestion was. So looks like we had an illegal shift on Center Grove on that play, so a loss of 5 yards, and that'll negate a big 9-yard gain on first down.
So the ball was going to be placed at around the 43, 44-yard line in Pike territory. Now they'll drop it back at the Center Grove 43-yard line. So 1st and 15 for the Trojans. Siderwitz fakes the handoff, rolls, throws underneath. It's Max Norris. He takes a big hit, knocked out of bounds. Great coverage by the Pike defense.
Yeah, not much opening right there. He was looking first downfield for Hensley, and Hensley was well covered, and so he dropped it off to the short man. But Pike did a good job of converging, and looks like a loss of 1 or 2 for Center Grove on that play. Bring up 2nd and long.
Yeah, they'll say 2nd and 17, 10:40 to play, first quarter. Handoff to McCoy. Runs into a wall of red defenders. Well done by the Pike Red Devils. They've really tightened up the defense after Center Grove on the first 2 running plays. Really got some great yardage, 13 yards, 9 by Norris, which got negated by the penalty, but doing a much better job.
Yeah, and I mean that penalty right there just took the sails out of Center Grove, because you're right, it negated a 9-yard gain and backed them up 5, and these two plays have netted another loss of a yard.
3rd and 15 from the Trojan 43. Siderwitz looking to go over the top and looking for Hensley, and it is incomplete, and no flag. Again, Hensley thought he was interfered with, but the question is, was the ball catchable?
Well, he got bumped. That kind of makes it there. They did call it. They did call pass interference. I mean, he got bumped coming out as he went stop and go, and we can't see the flags. We can't see much of anything up here, but they did throw the flag, and that's going to be a pass interference, and I think that'll bring up first down for Center Grove.
Yeah, flag was thrown at the 38-yard line, and pass interference against Pike. So they'll replay 3rd down.
So it used to be an automatic first down, but I believe now if it's 3rd and long, then they just march off the 15 yards. So now Center Grove will probably be looking at, 3rd and inches, it looks like.
Yeah, 3rd and inches, less than a yard. Center Grove quickly breaks huddle to the line of scrimmage. Quick snap. Hand off to McCoy for the first down. He's inside the 40. So the Trojans keep the drive alive. This is the opening drive of the night. McCoy gets 3 yards off right tackle. We're inside 10 minutes to play here in the opening quarter at Pike High School. Again, difficult weather conditions tonight. Very cool temperatures, very windy. Center Grove so far doing really well with the running game. Trevor Holt in motion. Calvin Daggett not available to play tonight, and Max Norris picks up a first down. He's to the 25. So great job by Norris to pick up 14 yards. Again, Rick, we saw it last week. Let's watch again here on the replay. Look at the up front blocking. The blocking has just gotten so much better the last couple of weeks for Center Grove.
Well, not only the blocking on the offensive line, but a big part of that was the 2 blocks that he got from his fellow running backs. Holt did a good job of kicking out the cornerback, and Titus McCoy went through the line and hit the first linebacker that he saw. So, I mean, that's the difference between a 6-yard gain and a 12 or 13-yard gain right there by Norris.
At the 24. Handoff is Trevor Holt off that right side. Found some good yardage. He's inside the 20.
You're right. Center Grove is going to that right side of the offensive line early and often, and those guys are creating holes for those backs each time that they went over that right side. 2nd and 3 at the Pike 17-yard line.
Center Grove sticking with the ground game. Very effective so far here in this opening drive. Siderwoods handoff to Titus McCoy, and
nothing there.
Yeah, good job by Pike this time.
Rick,
it's going to be difficult, Rick, tonight. Again, we were talking about Pike to try and read their jersey numbers. They have black jersey numbers, and it's just difficult from our vantage point to pick them up tonight.
Yeah, I was going to say good luck trying to figure out which number that was actually on the tackle. I think it was 54 for Pike on the tackle. Nas Bowie. Good play. That'll bring up third and about 4 or 5, Kevin.
Ball at the Pike 18-yard line. Handoff. Good push by the Center Grove
close
offensive line. Marked at the 15. A good spot might get the Trojans a first down. I think they're just going to be just short of the first down.
Well, and a good job of being patient by Titus right there. He just waited and waited for that hole, and then he hit it. And looked like he was going to be right at the mark, and he's probably about a half a yard short, and I would expect Center Grove to go for it on 4th down. Maybe a quick snap it again like they did last time on 3rd and short.
7.5 minutes to play. 4th and 1, straight ahead running, Titus McCoy. First down, good open lane for him off that right side. Good job by the right side of the line to get him the hole that he needed to get that first down.
Well, not only the line there, but also just a little belly play, and you've got Max Norris leading the way. And as we've talked about, Max has put on several pounds of muscle this year, and having him lead block in front of Titus, that cleared the path.
Holt in motion. Handoff. Max Norris, he's in there. Touchdown. 12-yard run by Max Norris. And Max had 5 touchdowns last week and scores here on the opening drive.
Yeah, fantastic hole right there. Max was almost untouched. Titus led again in the way, and you had several offensive linemen, 71 down the field blocking as well, and that hole was big, and Max has started off where he left off last week.
Nathaniel Snyder to kick the PAT for the Trojans. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 7-0. The Center Grove Trojans strike first with 7:03 to play here in the opening quarter. And again, Rick, the Trojans had a penalty on that opening drive that really put them in a long situation on 3rd down, but the pass interference play by Pike allowed the Trojans to extend the drive.
Yeah, that was a huge part of that drive, obviously, when Center Grove was backed up 3rd and 16 to get that penalty, but it was definitely a penalty. I mean, he held up Hensley as he started to make his cut, and that made 3rd and short then for Center Grove, and then converting that and then converting the 4th and short, all runs from that point forward, and a fantastic job by that offensive line that, like you said, has been improving since that first 3 or 4 games, and we talked about that, how young they were at the beginning of the year, and to come out and have to face Warren Central's front line, Carmel's front line, Ben Davis's front line. That was a tough first 4 games for Center Grove, but those guys have obviously grown up in the last 3 weeks.
76-yard drive by the Trojans, taking an early 7-0 lead. 7:03 to play here in the opening quarter. Nathaniel Snyder Jr. has been doing a great job with the kickoffs this season. Looks like he's going to have the ball held for him because, again, the swirling wind here at Pike tonight.
Well, it'll be interesting. He's been very consistent about getting this ball to the end zone, but he's going to have a tough time tonight to do that. Wow.
Very high, but it is short and out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Tried to do the sky kick. Again, wind playing havoc with the kicking game tonight. So the penalty flag comes out, and they will put the ball at the left hash mark at the 35-yard line.
That's a big difference from the normal 20-yard line with all of those that have been in the end zone. But, man, that's a tough conditions. And I don't know if he was really trying the sky kick or that ball just took off, and it's a crosswind, and it went right to left and went out of bounds.
Bo Trudeau, quarterback for the Pike Red Devils, does a great job throwing the football. But here he hands it off, and getting outside is number 3. Boy, great speed here on the edge, and the Trojans strip him up. That's Rashad Madaris. Again, he had another gear, Rick Embry.
Yeah, and he's got impressive numbers at the wide receiver spot, 48 catches, 700 yards. And right there, a little bit out of the spread option. He took the ball and went around the right side for 9 yards.
Trudeau from the gun. Running right, now pitches on the option play, and that's Curtis Collins, senior at 6 foot, 203 pounds, 4 yards, picks up the first down, and different type of offense here for Pike as far as what Center Grove has seen this year defensively.
Yeah, you're right. They haven't seen, and I mean, you look at some of these numbers on paper with Trudeau, and they're just video game-like as far as his numbers that he's put up. So it'll be interesting. It'll be a very tough, challenging night for Center Grove's defense.
New set of downs here for the Pike Red Devils. Again, they put up a lot of points. Trudeau's first pass play of the night, going down the right sideline. Zach Hart with the coverage. He overthrew his intended receiver, Rashad Medeiros. And Hart, though, with good coverage.
Well, and it's good that he overthrew not only his own guy, but he overthrew Zach Hart because he was the only one that was going to be able to make that play. It looked like the wide receiver stopped his route, and Trudeau threw it over the top and out of the reach of both of the offense and defensive guys.
2nd and 10 here for Pike. Trudeau keeps it. He faked the handoff to number 3, Medeiros, and kept it himself. He gets to the Trojan 45-yard line, takes a pretty good hit at the end of that play. He'll be about 4 yards shy of the first down, 3 yards short, I should say. 7-yard pickup for Trudeau. Look at the end of that run, and good support by the secondary of Center Grove with a big hit on Trudeau. Trudeau hands it off.
First down.
First down, Pike. Good physical running by the Red Devils. 3 yards. Handoff going to Curtis Collins. Again, Rick, 6 foot, 203 pounds. Very, very strong running back.
Yeah, he's their leading rusher for the year, 352 yards, 4 touchdowns. They don't run the ball very much, but, I mean, he's averaging 5 yards a carry, and that's what he got right there.
Handoff once again to Collins. Gets outside with that sidestep.
Trudeau looks like he's hurt.
Trudeau walking here to the sideline, and
his hip or something.
Yeah, he's down on the ground. I don't know if he took a hit from the blind side after he had handed that ball off.
Well, he's already taken 2 hard hits. He took a hard hit on the option play in which he pitched it late, and then he took a hard hit on that one where he kept it. So I wonder if that just
we'll take another look here on the just right as he handed it off, and his maybe just back area just cramping up on him, but
different quarterback coming in.
Yeah, different quarterback. So Trudeau goes to the sideline following the injury timeout, and that will obviously change things quite a bit.
Mitchell Barnes is their backup quarterback. I can't tell if that's number 15 that's quarterbacking now or a different number. Oh, it is Barnes. Ball's loose, Center Grove.
Ball's loose, Center Grove recovered at the 40. They do indicate Center Grove football. So, again, that's what happens sometimes when you get a new quarterback. Mishandled snap, Center Grove recovers. And it is the big fella, number 94, Everett with the recovery.
Yeah, that didn't look like too bad of a snap. It just, I don't know if he wasn't expecting it or if he was looking to pass, but Trudeau is definitely hurt. There looks like they're going to walk into the locker room. There goes
Center
Max.
Grove with the football. Max Norris lowers that left shoulder pad, gets it to the 45-yard line. 16 yards for the senior Max Norris.
Well, what Center Grove needs to do is just continue to pound the ball, and I mean, you can't worry about what's happening on the other sideline. You just got to take care of business on your side and convert on this turnover and try to put more points on the board.
Our opening quarter being presented by Center Grove Aqua Systems, located on State Road 135. New set of downs. They go right back to Max Norris on that right side of the line. I think, Rick, they're finding something on that right side. Norris has had some pretty good luck so far running on that side of the field. He picks up 4 yards.
Well, you look at who they got over on that side on that offensive line. You got number 55, Trevor Floyd's out there, 71, Clay Hadley, number 90 for Center Grove. I don't think that's Merrick Mays. I think it's a different guy on that one. But right now, and we'll get you the other numbers, those guys are just clearing holes.
4.5 minutes left to play opening quarter. Center Grove in front, 7-0 on second down. Racing to the outside is Jackson Holt. He cuts it up. He's got the first down. He's inside the 25, and that's one of the best runs of the year for that young man, Jackson Holt.
Well, you're exactly right, and we neglected to say at the start that Calvin Daggett is out for Center Grove. So what does Center Grove do? They just plug in the next guys, and right now you're getting Trevor Holt at the wingback position. That time it was Jackson Holt. Holt has only 2 carries for 3 yards, and right there he whipped off about 15 or 16, so a good carry by Jackson.
Marked at the Pike 24. Siderwitz fakes the handoff, looking in the flat, has a man. It is complete at the 10-yard line. Devin Hensley makes a nice grab and another first down.
Well, fantastic grab and also a nice throw by Joy. As you look here on the play, a little bootleg action. He threw it out. The ball kind of hung up in the air a little bit, but 14 yards for Hensley in a first and goal situation for Center Grove.
Coverage by Josh Hayes. He was a little bit late with his coverage. Inside 4 minutes to play, first quarter. First and goal. Double handoff.
Counter crisscross to Titus
McCoy at the 5, battling and inside the 5. First time we've seen the counter crisscross tonight by the Center Grove Trojans. Great job by a couple of sophomores. Trevor Holt handing off to Titus McCoy.
Yeah, Titus did a good job of following the blocking. Good job on the left side of blocking by Center Grove. Number 68 was the one that cleared the path for Center Grove, who is Sam Hines, and Titus.
8 yards on the carry down to the 2. Center Grove trying to power into the end zone.
Just
1
short.
yard to the 1 yard line. Max Norris with a yard on the carry. Third and goal at the 1, Rick.
Yeah, and if anybody's going to power it in, it's going to be Max with that additional size that he has this year. I'd be shocked right now if anybody else gets the ball, but that's probably why I'm not the offensive coordinator.
We'll leave that up to Coach Moore.
I'll do my play calling tomorrow. much younger kids.
From the 1,
like I said,
Titus McCoy, spin move, touchdown Center Grove. Titus McCoy was able to spin it to the outside, finds the end zone, and Center Grove leads at 13-0. 2:26 to play here in the opening quarter. And Rick, a couple of drives by the Trojans, very effective on both, especially with the run game.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. We've thrown a couple passes, but like you said, the offensive line right now is dominating. And as we talk about most weeks, the line play is where it's important on both sides of the ball of who establishes control up front. Center Grove's been fantastic so far. It's like we got a flag before the play.
It is against Center Grove. It appeared that Snyder did hit the PAT, but will be negated by the penalty, so they'll march it back 5 yards. So instead of a 20-yarder, you have to hit a 25-yarder. Siderwitz, the quarterback, to hold, puts it down. The kick by Snyder.
Man,
it is good, but had to kick into a very, very stiff wind.
That ball went up and through, and then it just looked like it was stopped. Looked like it was going to come back through. I wonder what the official ruling is. We need to ask our punter and our kicker spotter tonight if that goes through and then comes back out. Does that count or not?
It is good.
It's good.
Once it crosses that
crosses,
crossbar,
all right.
It is good.
Okay.
Crosses the plane of the crossbar, it is good.
We might see one of those tonight. That was wild looking. About the most entertaining PAT that we've seen all year.
MedExpress Urgent Care offers treatment for illness, injury for all ages. Open 9 to 9 daily. Just walk in. MedExpress, because life is urgent. MedExpress Urgent Care's warm, friendly centers always have a doctor on site, and most insurance is accepted. Just walk in. MedExpress, because life is urgent. Now we'll see how this kickoff goes for the Trojans. At the moment, I just can't quite tell. That wind is just swirling. At one point, it looks like it's blowing to the north, and we'll
think
see.
It's going left to right.
Yeah, let's see how Snyder, just hangs up in the air and off. And now it bounces inside the 10. Then the wind blows it out of bounds, so it'll be spotted at the 35-yard line. If they just decline the penalty, they'll just put it right at the 35. Center Grove in front, 14-0, 2:26 to play. And Rick, the Trojans have thrown it a couple of times, but for the most part, it's the running game. Again, very, very effective last week against Lawrence Central, and so far tonight, very effective. And again, obviously the easy answer is say the running backs are doing a great job, but I think more importantly, that offensive line is really just doing a great job opening up holes for the backs.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Kevin. A lot of times the running backs get the glory, but it's definitely the offensive line that's creating the holes for those guys.
Trudeau, I do believe, still on the sideline. He had to go to the locker room. Again, on the last drive, he was injured, suffered some kind of injury. That's Medeiros trying to get outside. He loses some yardage on the play.
Well, and a completely different team, obviously. When you take out somebody that's throwing for almost 2,000 yards in the first 6 games and put in somebody who probably doesn't have very much experience, that's a hard deal, and they're looking to run the ball more.
Medeiros on that far sideline runs out of bounds. The new quarterback is Mitchell Barnes. He's a sophomore at 5'10", 142 pounds. Again, a sophomore, and nice run by Medeiros. He picks up 6 yards.
A good run, but also a good job out there at cornerback by Blake Moran. He was the one that strung it out, did not let him get outside. He kept going, and he did a good job of limiting him to a short gain. Bring up 3rd and about 6 for Pike.
Ball at the Pike 40-yard line. Need to get it to the 45 for a first down. And Barnes, the quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to be wrapped up and taken down. Maybe a half yard, and that's it. It's going to be 4th and 5. And
Devin
we'll
Wilson.
see if Coach Moyers, it appeared, Rick, they were going to run the punting unit out there. Then they stopped and came back to the sideline, and now we'll see the punting unit for the Pike Red Devils for the first time tonight.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if they gave Center Grove another short field there, especially on 4th and 5, 4th and 6. But Devin Wilson was the one who came through the line and tackled the quarterback before he could turn upfield or pitch the ball on the option play.
Chris Smith will punt from inside his own 30. Connor Steve back for the Center Grove Trojans. And, Rick, it's not easy to punt in conditions like this, but also for the return men as well, trying to catch that ball out of the air.
Well, and a lot of times you just got to be smart, and if you don't have a good feel on where that ball's going, you just got to get away and let it go. This is Ted always talks about, what a big difference that punt returner can make by coming up and fielding the ball versus letting it bounce and get another 15 or 20 yards. But on a night like tonight, you want to make sure you limit your mistakes, and if that ball's swirling around and you don't know where it's going to land, you just let it go and take the ball wherever you can and let your offense do the work.
Timeout was called by the Pike Red Devils, and Rick, we see some umbrellas below us here on the Pike sideline going up, so maybe the rain's starting to pick up once again here at Pike High School.
And it is a dry inside the press box, Kevin. That's the main thing we all need to remember.
On a night like tonight, Rick, we have a lot of friends.
Exactly.
Actually, we do believe that's Alex Marr, their kicker, back in punt formation, and they're going to fake it, and
got it.
First down,
Wow.
Pike. Nice job by Coach Moyers and the Pike special teams. They go with the fake. Again, they go to the direct snap to the personal protector, and he gets the necessary yards for the first down, and it appears to be number 7, David Reed. He is a senior at 5'9", who took the snap and carried the ball for the first down. It's marked at the 50.
Yeah, gutsy call by Coach Morris right there, but he's trying to change the momentum of the game and trying to change that his team and show that he has confidence in those guys no matter who's at quarterback. And big first down. We'll see if Pike can continue to move the ball.
40 seconds and counting to play here in the opening quarter. Center Grove in front 14
Fumble.
to 0. And
Fumble.
the sophomore Barnes fumbled at the end of the run, and they're going to say he was down. The VAR official came running in on the play and said he was down.
Let's see on the replay, Kevin. That ball's out. Wow. It definitely looks like Barnes, the backup, is more comfortable running the ball than throwing the ball. He has yet to throw one pass. So Center Grove, and that's what's hard. You've been practicing all week on a guy that's going to throw the ball 25 or 30 times, and now they're running the ball.
Run out to the near side. Good yardage. Another first down for the Pike Red Devils. A lot of runs with this Rashad Madaris, and good yardage. Gets the first down. Good pursuit by Sears, and finally had out of bounds by Jackson Sodrell. Ball just inside the 35 at the 34 with 11 seconds to play here in the opening quarter. Pike putting together its best drive of the night. Barnes from
they're up the middle.
The shotgun formation and inside the 30. Broke a tackle or two. 7 yards for Curtis Collins, and that will be your final play of the opening quarter. Solid first quarter for the Center Grove Trojans, leading 14 to 0 over the Pike Red Devils. We'll take a break. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
When I woke up one day, and I was 60.
When my baby weight was acting more stubborn than my baby.
When divorce closed one chapter of my life, but opened another.
Whenever you're ready, our door is always open, and you'll always find the right encouragement to keep you on track.
Kevin Conrad, Rick Embry with you tonight from Pike High School. A great start for the Center Grove Trojans, leading 14 to 0 as we begin the second quarter. Our second quarter tonight being presented by Allstate Insurance, the Bontrager agency of Greenwood. For the Pike Red Devils, putting together their best drive of the night, 2nd and 2 from the Trojan 26. First play of the second quarter to the outside. Good run for Pike. Is that Madaris again? Do believe so.
Yeah, it is, and I was just looking at the stats in between quarter. He's only run the ball 11 times for 18 yards this whole season, and he's got at least 30 or 40 yards in this first quarter, a little over a quarter.
He picks up the first down, and they go back to him once again. Center Grove doing a better job here. They chase him down at the 15-yard line. It appeared Lutgreen in on the stop, along with the defensive end, Everett.
Yeah, good job right there by stringing it out and coming in and supporting by Lundgren, and he only picked up a yard.
Again, Bo Trudeau injured in the first quarter, left the game. He has not returned. Last report we saw him go to the locker room, and sophomore at quarterback at the moment, Mitchell Barnes, and they're trying to do their best with the sophomore at quarterback. I don't think we've seen Barnes put it up as of yet through the air. It's basically either he's running or handing the ball off.
And really it's been effective after that first fumbled snap. He's been pretty effective in getting them spread out. And Lanes, to here he is again. Looks like we had a flag before the play.
Pike facing a 3rd and 6 at the Trojan 12-yard line. But before the snap, whistles on the play. Penalty against the Red Devils.
Right there they came out, Kevin, with nobody in the backfield, so empty formation, but it still looked like the quarterback, Barnes, was still going to do a quarterback draw, something similar to that. So be interesting to see, especially going into that wind and a crosswind. I would expect him to probably still do a quarterback draw.
3rd and 11. Barnes passing for the first time. Far sideline. Touchdown, Pike.
Center Grove guy jumped too early.
Yeah, Blake Moran on the coverage. He jumped too soon. Otherwise, he picks that one off. He was in great position, but just jumped too soon.
Yeah, you're exactly right. If you look at it here, that ball was just hung up there, and Moran, I don't know if the wind kind of took it further than what he thought it was going to or what, but credit to the Pike wide receiver. He didn't give up on it, and a big touchdown for Pike. They needed that in a bad way.
17-yard touchdown pass for the Pike Red Devils. A flag thrown.
And he missed it.
Missed it. Let's see if they'll allow it to stand or if Center Grove will have to take the penalty. It is against the Pike Red Devils, but he did blow his whistle right as he kicked it. They're going to decline it. So it is a missed extra point by the Pike Red Devils. It is 14-6. The Center Grove Trojans lead it with 10:23 to play here in the second quarter. And Rick, you may recall last year the final score was 14-13. Center Grove won, and the difference was a missed extra point.
Yeah, and you always worry about nights like this as a special teams. Like you talked about at the beginning, the kicking game is so big and important, and right now it already affects Pike by not getting that extra point. So now if they do score again, they need 2 points to tie Center Grove. So always very important to get those extra points, especially on a nasty night like tonight. But Center Grove needs to respond now. Pike did a fantastic job, 4th and 5. They came up with a fake punt on their own 40-yard line to get the first down, and then a big 3rd down and long conversion right there for the touchdown pass.
Allstate Insurance, the Bontrager Agency of Greenwood. Our second quarter sponsor, personal financial representative John Bontrager and his family have been a part of the Greenwood Center Grove community for more than 18 years. John provides a high level of service for more than 2,500 customers. The Bontrager Agency, located at 395 South State Road 135, or contact the agency at 317-888-3200. You're in good hands with Allstate. Rick, here in quarter number 2, Center Grove should be going more so with the wind as they went against the wind there in that opening quarter. Let's see if on this kickoff, at the moment, Pike not utilizing a player to hold the football on the kicking tee, and for the moment it's on there, but we'll see if it remains on the tee. As Marr will kick off for the Red Devils. High but short.
Somebody better come get that.
It will drop and picked up just inside the 15 by Jackson Holt, and Holt down that far sideline with another beautiful return up to the 43-yard line. He opened up tonight's game with a nice return, and he gets 30 yards here on this return.
Yeah, credit Jackson. He also got a little bit of a lucky bounce at that ball when it hit the ground, went right to him, because if that bounces any other way, then he's just scrambling to get on it. Instead, it bounces right to him, and then Jackson takes it around the left side and picks up good yardage, and Center Grove's in very good territory, field position. The other big game in the mix tonight, Carmel's off to a quick 10-0 lead over Ben Davis. Max Norris.
Norris. I think that last little burst may have gotten him enough for a first down. He's right at the chain. They say go ahead and move the markers.
He's just so tough to bring down with just one guy, especially if that guy's just hanging around his and not down at his feet. I mean, he's just carrying people, and right there, but Pike only had 1 or 2 guys that were on him, and he just kept moving his feet, and he got a first down.
Center Grove playing tonight without Calvin Daggett. Trevor Holt puts on the brakes, squares up the pads, picks up the first down all the way down to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, good job of finding the hole. I mean, it was a jet motion going around there, and they had it blocked to the outside, and Trevor did a fantastic job of cutting it up, and he picks up great yardage, about 13 or 14 on that run, and another Center Grove first down.
14 yards for Trevor Holt, only a sophomore. Devin Hensley splits out here to the right side. New set of downs for the Center Grove Trojans. Man in motion, takes the handoff. That is Titus McCoy, another fine sophomore, to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, and that's a fantastic sophomore class, Kevin. We've talked about them all year. They've got guys up on the offensive line. that are sophomores. And then obviously McCoy's been a big part of that backfield this year. And then with Daggett being out tonight, Trevor Holt stepped up into that wingback position and had a couple nice carries. So a great future for Center Grove, but also kids that are playing and being productive right now.
5 yards for McCoy, 2nd down and 5. They go right back to McCoy, this time to the left side. Now he cuts it back. He's got the 1st down, and he slung to the turf inside the 15. So great job by McCoy. Again, probably designed to go out to that left side, but again, a great cutback by McCoy.
Great cutback, and what he did was he followed big number 62, Will Hacker, a 5'11", 210-pound offensive guard. He was the one that was leading the way in front of Titus, and Titus read the block and then cut it upfield and picked up another 1st down for Center Grove inside the 20-yard line.
12 yards for McCoy. McCoy in motion. Handoff, Max Norris trying to get outside, stays on his feet. Now they finally take him down. Usually takes at least 3 to 4 guys to bring Norris down. He picks up 1 yard. We're at the 8:25 mark here in the 2nd quarter. Center Grove in front 14-6. Facing 2nd down.
Yeah, good job of pursuing by Pike right there. They were able to bottle up Max and then got support from the 2nd line of defense and brought him down after no gain.
2nd and 10. Siderwitz rolling, looking to the end zone. He's got a man. Hensley dives for it, and it is a touchdown. Touchdown, Center Grove Trojans. Devin Hensley with the catch. His 1st touchdown of the night.
Well, and a fantastically placed ball, thrown ball by Joey Siderwitz. I mean, right where if anybody's going to catch it, it's going to be Devin, and Hensley laid out to get it right in the front corner of the end zone for Center Grove. A fantastic job, and here you'll see Joy on the little bootleg, and he hits Hensley right where he needs to. He caught the ball inbounds, and another touchdown for Center Grove.
Good call by the line judge, Todd Collop, right on the spot. He was in. And the kick by Snyder is good, and the Center Grove Trojans in front 21-6. 8:01 to play here in the 1st half.
Good job by Center Grove of marching down the field and responding to Pike's touchdown that they put on the board pretty easily. All runs until that pass by Siderwitz, and Norris and Holt and McCoy all had big runs on that drive, and Center Grove just marched the ball down the field. And then on 2nd and 10 from the 15, Siderwitz a little bootleg, and Hensley found an opening in the spot, and Siderwitz hit him for another touchdown for Center Grove.
So for Joey Siderwitz, 4 touchdown passes on the season. His number 1 target all season long, senior Devin Hensley. Devin now with 3 receptions in the end zone this year. So again, Joey's been solid the last couple of weeks, playing exceptionally well for the Center Grove Trojans. Center Grove not having to put the ball up a ton the last couple of games, but you know what? They've been very efficient, high percentage on the completions.
Well, and I mean, he hasn't had to the last couple of weeks, like you said. I mean, being able to run the ball like they have, and he's just been consistent, and that's what he needs to do, is just take care of the ball. And he's also run the ball a little bit more and gotten out of the pocket and picked up some good yardage running the ball, and he's been able to find Hensley several times over the last couple of weeks.
Snyder will kick off for the Center Grove Trojans. Jackson Holt will hold it again. Quite a bit of wind tonight here at Pike High School, and Snyder should be kicking with the wind here. And first couple of kicks in the 1st quarter did not get to the end zone, but with the wind,
one will.
Yeah, no problem at all as he kicks it out of the end zone. Well done, Nathaniel Snyder, and
he kicks it to the new addition that they're putting on at Pike here.
Again, in the 1st quarter, big headline tonight, Beau Trudeau, their starting quarterback, over 1,000, almost 2,000 yards passing already, goes down with some kind of an injury. Just handed the ball off and kind of reached to his lower back, part of his back, and went to the sideline and off to the locker room. And I don't believe, Rick, he's been back to the sideline as of yet.
I did see him come back out, and they had him on the training table trying to stretch him out and all of that. But obviously on a night like this where it's so cold, it's very difficult once you're out for a little while to come back. But, I mean, we talked about that. The first 4 plays, he got hit hard twice, and that's a tough position as a quarterback to open him up for hits like that. And I think the one right before that, he had got hit right on the hip area, and when he handed the ball off, he just came up limping and hasn't been back since.
Cameron Tidd and Javon Swan with a nice hit Almendares, no gain on that first carry, and another nice tackle by the Center Grove Trojans. Sears and Sadrel, the two linebackers, coming in to make a big hit. 1 yard for Barnes, the quarterback. It'll be third and 9, 3rd and 8 coming up here for the Pike Red Devils. Call it 3rd and 8 from their own 22.
And what defensive coordinator Chad Daniels has done is he's made the adjustments after the first couple possessions where Pike ran the ball all the time. He's now made some adjustments, and the first two plays only netted a couple yards for Pike. They are going to have to be able to throw the ball in very difficult conditions to be able to do that.
Barnes to pass, sets his feet, looks down the field under pressure, and he's taken down by Javon Swan. I think Swan will get credit for the tackle. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got a yard, that's about it, but it'll bring up 4th and long for the Pike Red Devils. Well done by Javon Swan.
Yeah, great job by that front three. There was only 3 guys that Center Grove was rushing right there, but he tried to step up in the pocket, and Swan did a good job of stepping back and was able to trip him up for a short gain and bring up 4th down, punting into the wind. Yeah, 20s.
Very short punt, and the Trojans do get out of the way of the punt. It was Lutgreen that was near the ball, and he ran away from it, so not a very strong kick at all, but again, just difficult, roughly 15 yards on the punt when you're kicking into that kind of a wind, and those spotted at the Pike, 44-yard line.
Yeah, and that's, extremely difficult conditions to punt in, and most importantly, Center Grove was able to get away from the ball, because those are the ones that you're always worried about, because guys are used to blocking down the field and doing that, and when you have such a short punt, there's always the fear that ball is going to bounce and hit one of them and have Pike recover.
Man in deep motion, that's Titus McCoy with the handoff, and flag in the backfield. This one will come back due to holding.
That's a big loss, too, because that's 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so you're probably looking at a loss of 13.
Not a bad carry by McCoy on first down. He got it inside the 40. Looked like he picked up 6 to 7 yards, but it'll come back. MedExpress Urgent Care treats everything from cold and flu to broken bones and stitches. Open 9 to 9 daily. Just walk in. MedExpress, because life is urgent. MedExpress Urgent Care is now offering $20 sports, school, and camp physicals. Open 9 to 9 daily. Just walk in. MedExpress, because life is urgent. And Rick, with this kind of weather, I got a feeling there might be a few going home tonight with a cold, possibly.
Yeah, you're very correct. When you're talking about, 2 days ago it was 82, 83 degrees, and then probably by the end of the game tonight you're probably looking at low to mid 40s. That's just along with that nice driving cold rain that poor people out in the stands are being exposed to.
So on 1st and 24, following that penalty, they go back to McCoy, and he gets it to the 40-yard line, and just some great running by the sophomore, some nifty moves.
Well, and Titus is just so patient. He doesn't get in a hurry and try to get somewhere. He just waits and waits for those guys. And when you have the guys up front that are blocking and continue to block until they hear a whistle, there's going to be holes pop open. And Titus did that right there in a huge gain on first down of probably 18 yards or so.
So on 2nd down and
Another
6,
flag.
Another flag in the backfield. This run will come back. Center Grove was about a yard or so short of the first down, but the flag will take him back, holding against the Trojans. That was Jackson Holt with a nice run for Center Grove. Jackson ran the ball well tonight, not only from the backfield, but also on kickoff returns.
Well, and I think both of those guys are getting more comfortable. Jackson started out the season at defensive back, played there for the first 4 games, and then shifted over because there was a need for some backs. And obviously, after playing defense for the first half of the year, he took him a couple weeks to get back in the flow of things. But he's also one that obviously knows the wing tee offense inside and out. So he's been able to this week look a lot more comfortable running the ball.
So with the penalty, 2nd and 17 for the Trojans from their own 49-yard line. 5 minutes to play, and Siderwitz trying to elude the pressure. Now he's going to run the football and gets out of bounds near the 50-yard line. They had Hensley covered up down the field, his
Well,
primary receiver.
And I think if Joy wouldn't have had the one guy, right, if you see the replay here, if he didn't have that one guy chasing him, he might have been able to set his feet and let it fly for Hensley because he had a step. But Joy had to evade the defensive rush, and this is going to bring up 3rd and a lot for Center Grove.
Inside linebacker Anthony Thames, he's a senior, was bearing down on Siderwitz. 3rd and 19, your call for Center Grove. We're under 5 minutes to play here in the opening half. Center Grove in front, 21-6. The double handoff.
Crisscross.
Here comes Titus McCoy. Gets outside, and he gets to the 40 and puts down the shoulder pads. He'll just be just short of the
And
40 at
flag.
the 41-yard line. Another flag down in the backfield. So this will probably be holding against Center Grove once again.
That's just crazy. I mean, that drive, we started on the 43-yard line. That's 4 plays. We've had 3 holding calls. All been called by the head referee.
Sauer Dentistry of Center Grove is a proud sponsor of Center Grove Trojan football. As residents of Center Grove, Dr. Aaron Sauer and his family take pride in being a part of such a fantastic football program and school system. Dr. Sauer has 4 children who attend Center Grove schools and plans to be a supporter for many years to come. He welcomes new patients and provides dentistry for the entire family. Give their office a call to schedule an appointment, 317-865-1234. Sauer Dentistry of Center Grove. So with a penalty, 3rd and 29. Time for Max Norris. See what he can do. Gets outside.
Oh, he's still going.
And he picks up
Oh,
the first
my.
down, and he's to the 25-yard line. Done.
Most importantly, we didn't see any holding penalties, did we, on that one?
I'm scanning the field, Rick, as you speak, and I do not see any flags down. And Max Norris is able to put down the shoulder pad. Got a great block from Zach Smith down the field to get the extra yardage. And Center Grove picks up the first down and 39 yards for Max Norris.
And that is just coaching right there. 3rd and 29, and you dial up that play that you've been working on all week in practice. But, I mean, credit Norris. He got along the sidelines and then he ran over one guy, and that enabled him to get that last 10 yards in the first down for Center Grove. Just a huge conversion.
At the Pike 26, Siderwitz rolling to his right. Throws it across the middle and complete.
Big fella.
Inside the 15. Big John, they call him. 12 yards. He's a tight end. Moved in from Martinsville. He's the biggest guy on the roster. Big John.
I mean, look at him. I mean, rumbling, stumbling, fumbling, and great job of catching the ball and picked up another first down. Good patience by Joy on the bootleg. He let the play develop, and Hensley was covered, who was obviously his first option, and he saw the big tight end rumbling across the middle, made a nice catch, and now first down inside the 15 for Center Grove.
Big John Richardson, 6'3", 290. That's Ted Kitchell type size right there.
Jackson Holt, touchdown.
Jackson Holt is in there for the score. A 14-yard run for the junior Jackson Holt. Center Grove taking a commanding 27-6 lead with 3:57 to
Look
play.
at the play right here. He followed 55 around there. He got a nice block from his brother Trevor and took it the last 7 yards. Good cutback by Jackson Holt. Touchdown, Center Grove.
55. Trevor Floyd, 6'2", senior, with a great block, great lead block. Kick is good by Snyder.
Credit Snyder, 4 for 4, kicking extra points. That obviously a difficult night to kick, and credit him and the entire special teams play right there.
28-6, all Center Grove. 3:57 to play until halftime. Dominant performance so far here in the first half by the Center Grove Trojans, Rick, in all phases, if you will. The offense has been great, but the defense really doing well. And again, I know the Pike Red Devils definitely at a disadvantage at this point with their star senior quarterback on the sideline. Really limits their play calling.
Well, and if you look at their stats, just pulling up their offensive stats, the quarterback that they brought in, number 15, Mitchell Barnes, has not thrown one pass this year. So, I mean, that touchdown that he threw was the first pass that he's thrown all year. And, and he's only had 1 rushing attempt for 0 yards on the year. So obviously they've relied heavily on Trudeau for this entire year, and not much experience for the backup. Mitchell Barnes, and Center Grove's done a good job of adjusting to him, and they've run the ball a little bit more, and Center Grove's adjusted to that. But like you said, Kevin, just a huge loss whenever you're relying on Trudeau as much as Pike does. So poor Jackson gets a touchdown, and then he has to turn around and hold for the kicker on the kickoff. I mean, there's no glory right there.
Snyder's kick. Let's see if it gets in there. Yes, it does. The Pike player tried to bat it down to keep it from going to the end zone, but it is a touchback, so the Red Devils will set up camp from their own 20. Republic Services, a proud supporter of Trojan football. It's not just what we haul away, but the value we add to your experience and your bottom line that makes the difference. When you add proactive thinking and industry expertise to reliable service delivery, it is easy to see why Republic Services has become one of the strongest waste and recycling companies in the nation. 3:57 to work with here for the Pike Red Devils. Great job by Zach Hart to chase down the ball carrier, rips him out of bounds. That is Curtis Collins with the run for the Pike Red Devils, picks up a couple.
Yeah, it was a good job by Hart. He looked like Collins was going to get free for a few more yards than that, but good sure tackle by Zach to limit him to a 3-yard gain.
Kept him in bounds, so 3.5 minutes and counting to play, opening half. Another nice tackle up the middle by the Trojans.
Good read by
Jackson
Lutgren.
Sodrell.
Yep,
Yeah.
Sodrell, sorry.
Yeah, 41 Sodrell, another fine junior. Pike quickly back to the line of scrimmage, facing 3rd and 5 with 3:05 to play. Center Grove, they can hold, force a punt. And Pike, again, last punt into the wind, only 15 yards. Could get the ball back again before the half is over. Barnes, sophomore quarterback.
2 on the play clock.
Gets the snap off just in time, does a
first down.
Quick pass.
Fumble.
Ball came out on the tackle.
So now the question is, where's the ball spotted? Is it a first down or did it go back in front of that mark? Looks like they're going to mark him.
Spotted just across the 30. First down, 6 yards for Pike, and clock stops with 2:45 to play. Let's see.
Of course, where he's got the ball spotted.
They're going to wind the clock. No, they do not. Now they'll start the clock as they hand it off. Medeiros trying to get outside, runs out of bounds, picks up a few yards, stops the clock with 2:38 to play.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted any part of getting hit right there. He got about 2 yards from there and said, do I want to cut it up and take a couple pops, or do I want to get out of bounds? And he pulled he did the Edgerrin James, the wise thing, and got out of bounds.
Picked up a yard from the Pike 32-yard line. Coming up in just a few minutes, we'll have the Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show. Our expected guest will be Scott McCoy, Junior Trojans football coach, and also Aaron Holt, the president of the Center Grove Gridiron Club. So stay tuned. That's coming up at halftime.
Did you run out of people to talk to, Kevin? Because, I mean, what a crew that you have coming up. I mean, Scott McCoy and Aaron Holt. I mean, there had to be better people that you could talk to than those two guys. I mean, I wish they were right behind me so they could hear me.
So 3rd and 9 with 2:34 to play first half.
Another big 3rd down play for Pike.
The sophomore quarterback stands tall in the pocket, lets it go, has a man, completes it at the 45-yard line.
Nice pass by Barnes. I mean, a big 3rd down completion, because they don't make it right there, then they're punting into that wind, and Center Grove's probably getting the ball back on about the 50, but 14-yard completion for Pike to the wide receiver, but nice patience by Barnes. Good job by the offensive line to give him enough time to find his receiver.
Tyler Pence with the tackle, playing corner on that far side. Back to the run, cross midfield to the Trojan 49-yard line, 6 yards for Collins. Down to 2 minutes here in the opening half.
Well, now's where Coach Moyers he's got himself out of a little bit of a hole here, so he can decide whether to. That ball's behind him. He did catch it.
Yeah, it is complete to Rashad Medeiros.
Good block by number 8 for Pike.
Runs out of bounds, stops the clock with 1:53. Let's see, we're going to spot it.
Wow.
We're going to say at the, 30, 44, first down. They'll put it at the 44. First down, Pike. Pike putting together a pretty good drive here late in the opening half, down 28-6. Backup quarterback Barnes starting to gain some confidence. Fakes the handoff, screen pass, it is complete. Barnes was hit hard, taken down by Cameron Tidd.
Clock still running, stayed in bounds.
Stayed in bounds. Watch this big hit that he takes from Cameron Tidd. Cameron just rides him right into the turf.
Well, and that ball floated too. I mean, that ball came close to floating behind the wide receiver, but a fantastic job of a good catch and then a good run after the catch by the Pike wide receiver.
Cameron just a half step late, otherwise he gets the sack. So second down and 5, and running here to the near side, good stiff arm. Coming up is Connor Steeb, makes the tackle. Rashad Medeiros again with the carry. He gets it to the 31-yard line, another Pike first down.
Well, and this would be a huge possession if Pike's able to get a touchdown. They get a touchdown here, they're only down 2 scores, plus they get the ball at the start of the second half. So a big possession for Pike.
7 yards for the Red Devils on that
no
first
running
down
backs
run.
in the backfield.
Yeah, empty backfield. Barnes under pressure,
Everett got
rolling.
held, and they didn't call that.
Gets away. Now Barnes does the smart thing and does the quarterback slide.
Probably take it. Yep, Pike takes their timeout.
Yeah, he's inside the 30. Timeout called by Coach Moyers with 55 seconds to play. Opening half, his team down 28-6, and Coach Moyers, he's one of the best. He's really put Pike football on the map. He's done a great job in a very short period of time here at Pike.
Yeah, and a great drive by Pike so far. I mean, starting on their own 20-yard line, they've converted a couple huge third down conversions, third down and longs, and now they got themselves into a decent spot to try to put some points on the board on the 29-yard line, 2nd and 8, 55 seconds to go. I believe Pike has 1 timeout remaining, but Center Grove's defense just needs to step up here, try to keep them out of the end zone, and go in the locker room with a commanding lead. An update from Carmel. Carmel 17, Ben Davis 0.
Interesting.
So after everybody was talking about Ben Davis being the best team in the state and in the top 15 in the country, they've last 2 weeks not been very successful. 2nd and 8 for Pike.
Barnes stands tall in the pocket, takes a hit, throws it to the end zone, incomplete, knocked down. Good coverage by the Trojans on that far side. Is that Connor Steeb with the coverage?
I think it might have been is it
Pence? Tyler Pence.
Tyler Pence.
Almost a late hit on Barnes. They did not throw the flag, and yes, that's the junior Tyler Pence. He almost comes up with the pick.
3rd down now and 7 for Pike. I would expect them to go for it on 4th down if they don't make this.
Kendall Sproul was the intended receiver for Pike in the end zone. Screen pass. Medeiros inside the 25, short of the first down, and you're probably right, Rick. 4-down territory. I don't believe they're going to try a field goal into this kind of wind from that distance. Maybe if you got the wind behind you, but not into the wind.
If Matt can show these goalposts one time, I mean, those things are shaking like crazy. That yeah, there's absolutely no way they're going to try a 41-yard field goal here. Even this big guy beside us that kicked for that school up in Ann Arbor. I shouldn't say I don't think he has the leg to make it from 41 into a stiff breeze, but he's got 65-yard range. He's doing a heck of a lot better spotting than that guy you normally have, by the way, Kevin.
Again, Ted Kitcheloff tonight up supporting his daughter, Mackenzie, playing volleyball for Ball State. So Ted up there watching his daughter play. So Rick sliding over to the color commentary position tonight, and Chris Pulaski, actually we got to say it, he's a Pike graduate. He played for Coach Moyers. He's spotting for us tonight and got a chance to play for the University of Michigan as well. So do appreciate Chris coming out helping us out tonight. And Big play here for both teams. It's 4th and 3. Pike going for it. Passing and completing on the sideline. Well done by the Pike Red Devils. Getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. That is Trey Allen. He's a junior with the catch and the first down at the 15.
Well, and they got to throw stuff now either on the sidelines or towards the end zone. They have no timeout. So, I mean, if they get stopped short of a first down, they're going to have to rush up there.
New set of downs with 31 seconds to play to the end zone, incomplete. I think he was looking for Allen once again.
Yeah, that ball. And obviously with these conditions, it's hard to control. And that ball floated above, and luckily for Pike, just over the head of Josh Hart.
Yeah, Josh Hart made a great play on it. 29 seconds to play. 2nd and 10 at the Trojan 15-yard line. Barnes looking left, goes underneath, completes the pass, slips a tackle, out of bounds, just short of the 5-yard line. Center Grove nearly had him stopped. That was Luttgreen. He missed the initial tackle and stops the clock with 23 seconds.
Yeah, credit to Pike. Nice little screen pass, and you let your wide receivers do the rest, and he slipped a tackle from Luttgreen, and now they got 1st and goal on the 5, so they've got time for at least 2 or 3 more plays.
Collins with the catch. Got the ball to the 6. 3rd and 1.
Oh, 3rd and 1, I'm sorry.
3rd and 1 at the 6. 23 seconds to play here in the opening half. Center Grove in front, 28-6. Barnes goes under center this time. Fakes the handoff, being chased by Wilson. Ball is out, and it's recovered by the Pike Red Devils.
Keep that clock running.
Devin Wilson,
4th down,
forces the fumble. 10 seconds and counting. They have no timeouts left.
There's no way they're getting
and
this
it's
thing
4th
set.
down and 6. They cannot clock it or spike it. If they do, they'll turn it over on downs.
That's turned over on downs.
Over on downs. They just turned it over on downs. It was 4th and 6. They had to actually run a play to get the first down, and Center Grove has a player down, and now he's up. That was 4th down, and it is a turnover on downs.
Wow.
And that was Javon Swan. A little slow getting up. I hope he's okay. He's walking to the sideline, and so with, a second left, Center Grove will have the football, most likely just take a knee and let the clock run out here in the first half and take a 28-6 lead at halftime. And Rick, again, Pike with a sophomore quarterback, some inexperience, just rushed to the line and did the old spike it. But again, on 4th down, you gotta throw to the end zone.
I mean, that's a hard thing to know that you were at 3rd and 1 and the play before that, and you're kind of scrambling around trying to get a play off and think, I just got to spike it so we can get one more play off. But big stop by the Center Grove defense right there. I mean, that's when we talk about momentum, and Pike scores there and then have the ball at the start of the second half, then anything can happen. But a huge first half by Center Grove on both sides of the ball.
So our halftime score, Center Grove in front, 28-6 over the Pike Red Devils in this conference matchup. Stay tuned. Coming up next, our Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
Electrical's good, safe, structurally sound. You guys did it right. And with Allstate claim-free rewards, you get money back on your policy every year you don't have a claim. Tell your husband he did a great job.
Actually, I did it. My husband Ike's not very handy, like, at all. Oh, here he is. I picked out the drapes.
Is that right? I have an eye for color.
Home insurance that saves you money for not having a claim? That's Allstate Home Insurance with claim-free rewards. Talk to an Allstate agent and let the good life in.
Where's the best place to get answers about your water? Aqua Systems, the home water experts. Since 1959, Aqua Systems has been manufacturing and installing top-quality water softeners, drinking water systems, and whole-house filtration systems for even the toughest water issues. Stop by anytime to get your water tested free and learn more about how we can help you have better water. If you need bottled water or salt delivered to your home or office, we do that too. CG football fans, mention this ad and get a special discount. And most importantly, go Trojans.
Ray Skim's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrate locations, man. Skim's got your truck, man. He's got SUVs, crossovers, long bed, short bed, flatbed, dump cab, crew cab, in a cab, half ton, 3/4 ton, 1 ton, high cube van, cargo van, diesel engine, gas in stock. A custom in the color you want, man. Ray Skillman's got your truck, man. Big and little trucks, man. Integrated locations, man. Skillman's got your truck, man. Ray Skillman's got your truck, man.
Appetizers, gentlemen.
I'll start with the steak tartare.
And you, sir?
I'll have the same. But hold the tartar sauce.
The tartar sauce, really?
I don't like it.
The more you save on insurance, the more you'll have for football. Drivers who switch their home and auto to Allstate saved an average of $503 a year. Are you in good hands?
Ooh, creamy brulee.
Welcome to the Ray Skillman Automo Group halftime show. Ray Skillman, a proud supporter of Center Grove Trojan football. Ray Skillman, where we stack them deep and sell them cheap. Here at halftime at Pike High School, the Center Grove Trojans with a dominating first half performance, leading 28-6. And special guest Scott McCoy, the coach of the Center Grove Junior Trojans, joins us here at intermission. And Coach McCoy, welcome. And your team having quite a season this year. For those that don't know, the Junior Trojans primarily consisting of 6th graders and 5th graders, a travel league, and just tell us how the season's been going for you guys.
First of all, Kevin, thanks for having us up here. With the wet conditions, it's nice to get dry a little bit. Right now, we are 6-1. We're heading to the last game, which is tomorrow night after the Super Bowls that are for the Bantam League. We play right after the major Super Bowl. We play the defending state champions, North Central, tomorrow night. We've got a little revenge on our mind. They beat us first game out of the gate last year. They beat us 35-0. So we're anxious and looking forward to that rematch. And I think we've had a good week of practice, and the boys are prepared.
I'll say it's hard to believe the season's gone by way too fast. Again, tomorrow night, final game of the regular season for the Junior Trojans. Again, they'll kick off at 7 o'clock. That game will be played at Ray Skillman Stadium. And for those that can't maybe be there in person, we'll actually be doing a live video webcast tomorrow night of the game.
Absolutely. I know a lot of family members from both sides. We sent the link over to North Central yesterday, too. They were really excited and got a nice note back from their coach that very, very appreciative of that fact. So, absolutely.
Coach McCoy, tell us a little bit about some of your top players this year for the Junior Trojans. I don't want to single anybody out, but maybe just talk about some of the top players that have performed well for you this year.
Absolutely. Well, you're right in saying that. Our motto this year is win is one, and that's kind of been our approach. It kind of, for those that don't know, it's really almost a miniature version of what goes on here on Friday night. It's who has the hot hand is usually who we stick with as we kind of go through the game, and you see a lot of the formations, a lot of sets. We call things exactly like Coach Moore calls them. We line up exactly like that. We don't have 15 lined up in our backfield, but we've got some kids that really mimic a little bit of what this high school looks like, this team as well too.
And the Junior Trojans go back a long time. I mean, this I think goes back to the 80s, maybe before that.
It goes before that.
70s, 60s?
Yeah, it goes back into the 70s and I believe the 60s as well too. We have a legacy coach each week, and when we had Scott Hines, who's Sam Hines' grandfather, that Sam plays on the high school varsity team, had his grandfather as the legacy coach one time this year, and he was had brought out and wore his old coaching jacket from the 1974 team, I believe, 1984 team, something like that.
So impressive. A lot of tradition with the Junior Trojans program, and I do believe 3 championships.
We have three championships. 2 of those were back during the Joel Hale era and Garrett Mack era, Joel Cox era, through that time when they were in 5th and 6th grade. And the 2010 team, which is the current sophomore class with those kids that are sophomores now, they were the only undefeated team from Center Grove to win the state championship.
So I'm sure you guys are going to be hopefully one of the top seeds going into this year's postseason tournament.
That is correct. We did something a little different this year. Went in and to the IFA and proposed that we align our schedule just like the high schools do. So we went to the conference alignment. So we played every mixed school this year. North Central will be our last one. And then the sectionals and the regionals are done just like that. They're clustered just like we do with the high school. The only difference is we seed our sectional draw. So we will actually be the 1 seed going in to tournament play next Saturday.
All right. So again, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at Ray Skillman Stadium, the Junior Trojans will play their final game of the regular season. For those that can't be there, we'll have a live video webcast of the game. It should be a great night of football, a great day tomorrow of football. We got 3 Center Grove Band Football League Super Bowl games tomorrow. Let's see, 1, 3, and 5.
JV game?
Yeah. Oh,
JV, start with the JV.
That's right. They start at what, 10?
10 o'clock, so
wow.
A full day, full day. And I got to sneak my Ole Miss Rebels in at some point in time. I got to watch that at some point in time. So,
man. And then next Tuesday, 7th and 8th grade, North versus Central.
Absolutely. We usually shut down the Bantam Complex on that day. Don't allow any practices on that day. That's a very special day for people that don't understand or don't realize it's probably the most viewed middle school game in the state. Yeah. Once you pull them all together, the home side is almost completely full.
Yeah, it is. Usually we get about a couple thousand
for
that Central 7th and 8th grade football game. That'll be next Tuesday. Coach McCoy, thanks for joining us at halftime. Good luck tomorrow night. Best of luck in the state tournament.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it. Thanks for having us up today.
Sure enough. Coach McCoy of the Junior Trojans joined us here at halftime on the Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show. Again, the Trojans lead at 28-6 here at intermission on the road at Pike High School. Center Grove looked very impressive here in the opening half on both sides of the ball, offense, defense. So the Trojans doing a fine job trying to get their first conference road win of the season. Some other mixed scores for you. Carmel shutting out Ben Davis 17-0. That's in the second quarter. Lawrence North only down by 7 to Warren Central, 7-zip at halftime. And Lawrence Central leads North Central 10-0 in the second quarter. And now join us, Aaron Holt, the president of the Center Grove Gridiron Club. And Aaron, welcome. Man, Center Grove looked impressive here in the first half.
They really did. We did the interview. They really did. We did the interview earlier today, pregame with Coach, and he was begging for this type of weather, and it answered for him, and I think it showed in this first half.
Hey, you've been out there. I don't know if you've been on the sideline or not. Any word on what happened to Bo Trudeau? I know he reached to his lower back, and he left the game in the first quarter, has not returned to the game, but any idea what happened?
I don't, other than about 2 plays before he went out, he took a pretty severe hit down in that area, and I have a feeling that it was one of those that knocked him out ultimately.
That's what I said initially. It was when he made that run at the very end. I'm not sure who it was in the secondary, but somebody for Center Grove came up and hit him pretty good.
He did. In fact, we were over in the stands, and that was the comment, that he took a major blow. And in fact, we were surprised they were running him that early in the ball game, because we can put those, we're certainly capable of putting those type of hits on him.
Aaron, tomorrow, we wanted to bring you up. Tomorrow is going to be a special day for Center Grove, the football community. It's Bantam football, Super Bowl Saturday at Ray Skillman Stadium, and it's just going to be a fun afternoon of football. It starts actually at 10 o'clock in the morning with the junior varsity team playing Pike, followed up at 1 o'clock with the rookie division, and then the minor division at 3, major division at 5, and then the junior Trojans at 7. So a lot of Center Grove football tomorrow at Ray Skillman Stadium.
It is. If you like football, it's almost like Christmas morning, and unlike prior years, we got a little bit of addition with the JV and JRT playing at the end. So it'll be a long day, but an exciting one nonetheless, and it's really neat to see the season culminate at the very end and look at the best teams out there on the field and show them what they've been able to achieve.
I will say, I saw the seedings. It's pretty much 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and I thought there might have been a 1-3 seed that made it into the finals tomorrow.
That's correct, and interestingly enough, of that 3 seed, it was actually a tie, and they're only a 3 because because of a coin flip. So the seeds actually worked out pretty well this year, which is a little bit different, again, from the past. We've usually had some surprises, but the seeds have held up this year.
And I know you're going to be one of the teams playing tomorrow.
I am very excited. We were undefeated going into last Saturday against another undefeated team, and they took us there at the end and lost by 6, and we get a rematch, and we're excited about it. It will be a great ball game. My second one in a row and third overall, and we're very excited to be out there and play that 3 o'clock game.
And for all the Trojan fans tuning in tonight, tomorrow's going to be a great day. We'll be able to do the live video webcast of all the Super Bowl games and the Junior Trojan game tomorrow night. So we'll be very busy at 1, 3, 5, and 7, doing a lot of games tomorrow. And then Tuesday will be the rivalry games, if you will. The 7th and 8th grade teams from Central and North will play. We'll get about 2,000 fans in attendance for that game. That's also a very special night of football.
Well, I'll tell you, everybody out there listening, if you can't make it to tomorrow at the stadium, please get on the webcast. It's going to be an exciting day. You'll see some great plays. And I'm just as excited for Tuesday. We're doing the 7th and 8th grade game, something you started a few years ago, Kevin. Been able to help you. It's a lot of fun, and this year is going to be great because both 8th grade teams are coming in undefeated. Great class. It's going to be high energy, and like you said, the crowd's going to come out. It'll be full on the home side.
Aaron, also like I mentioned, you're the president of the Center Grove Gridiron Club, and with the Gridiron Club, you guys are able to go out, get sponsors, so we can do this video webcast on a Friday night, so we can do like the 7th and 8th grade video webcast for what we're doing tomorrow. And again, we just want to take this time to thank you for all the work that you do, but also we want to thank all of our sponsors that step up and support Center Grove football.
Absolutely. We could not do this without our sponsors. They've stepped up. They support us tremendously. You guys do a great job, and you know, it's always every year we ask the question, do we continue to do this? And I get the opportunity to travel the state of Indiana, and believe it or not, when you're in Evansville, Fort Wayne, doesn't matter, people actually tune in consistently to this webcast. They know who we are. It's a great advertisement for our football program, for our school system, and because we have great sponsors that help us put this on, it's something we hope we can continue to do well into the future.
And something that we try to do every year with the video webcast is try to upgrade and make it a little bit better. And this year with the instant replay, we've gotten a lot of positive feedback from fans, how they really like the instant replay. And again, that comes at a cost. It's not free. The equipment had to be purchased. It's not cheap. That's why the sponsors are so important.
Absolutely, and you and Matt do a pretty good job every year trying to say, hey, what can we do to improve it? And it's fantastic when you do that. And this year, for 2 years now, we've been trying to get the replay system oriented into this webcast. It's been a huge success. Happy we were able to do it, and we want to continue it. And, you know, hopefully, you know, we got a new basketball coach coming in, and Coach Hahn. We would like to try to expand this thing further. We've talked about it, and that's probably the next big one, is getting a little bit more high profile into some of our other sports. And we just need help, and we'll always take suggestions on what we can do better. But I think it's a program that has improved every year, and this year with the addition of replay has really been a big benefactor.
Aaron, I know you got to be a proud papa tonight. Jackson running the ball well. Trevor also doing a great job out there tonight.
It's been an exciting night for us. Most importantly, it's a wet night. I just hope they continue to hold on to the football. But the team is absolutely playing fantastic. I don't think there's any question this is the best our offensive line's looked all season. And the running backs, regardless if it's Jackson, Trevor, Max, Titus, whoever's getting the ball tonight, has been the benefactors of it, and couldn't be more excited for everybody.
And also a big tip of the hat to the offensive line. Boy, they've looked great the last 3 weeks.
They really have. You know, Coach has said the last few weeks they've simplified a lot of things. And you know, the truth is this is a line that came in this year with very little experience, a lot of young guys, and it just was a matter of being patient and let the system and the process take its place. We knew they were going to get better, and it's not like we're playing bad football teams right now. We are playing high-profile, extremely athletic, large, fast football players each of the last 3 weeks, and it's just starting to culminate to where we are really having some great success, and I couldn't be more excited for the offensive line and the addition of Big John out there getting that catch tonight. That was even better.
Yeah, it sure was. Aaron, thank you for everything you do for Center Grove football. Best of luck in your game tomorrow in the Super Bowl. I know you're with me for the major Super Bowl tomorrow on the broadcast and also for the Junior Trojan.
You bet. Looking forward to it. Thank you again for all your guys' hard work, and we'll just try to make it a great day tomorrow. Everybody out there listening, please tune in or come out live, and also tune in on Tuesday for the middle school game.
Thank you, Aaron Holt. Appreciate his time here at halftime. And again, the Trojans in front 28-6 over the Pike Red Devils. Center Grove very effective with the ground game here in the opening half. And just a quick recap of the scoring of that first half. Center Grove on the opening drive scored on a Max Norris 12-yard touchdown run. And then the Trojans also scored late in that first quarter. Titus McCoy on a 1-yard touchdown run made it 14-zip at the end of the first quarter. And in that second quarter, Pike scored on its opening drive, 17-yard touchdown pass, made it 14-6. They missed the extra point kick. And then Center Grove was able to follow up with a 15-yard touchdown pass to Hensley, made it 21-6. And then the Trojans added another score. Jackson Holt from 12 yards out made it 28-6. That is your score here at intermission. Center Grove across the way now on the field warming up, and we see Pike here warming up on the near side, and Rick Embry now rejoins me. And Rick, the Trojans will kick off to begin the second half, and we'll see if the Trojans kind of stick to what they did in the first half. Just a great ground game, power running, and maybe sprinkling some passes here and there to keep the defense honest. But again, the Trojans very effective with the run game.
Yeah, dominating performance in the first half by Center Grove, 214 yards rushing. You've got Max Norris with 8 carries for 94 yards. So 12-yard average and a TD there. Titus McCoy's got 11 carries for 72 yards. And then you got the Holt brothers with another 50 yards between those two and another touchdown by Jackson Holt. So been very effective on the ground and passed enough. I mean, Joy's 4 for 4 for 39 yards and a touchdown. So in very tough conditions, Joy's done a good job of running the pass patterns, and Hensley's made a couple nice catches for him. But defense has been fantastic for Center Grove. Obviously, Pike losing Trudeau in the first series after 4 plays was huge. We got a report on him at halftime that he did take a shot to his backbone or his lower spine, and like we said, I think that was on the play before he came up gimpy, but they do not expect him to return. They don't think it's anything serious, but he was having a hard time getting stretched out as they tried to get that loose and tried to take that pain away and couldn't get it away. So they do not expect him to return, which obviously will be a tough second half for Pike. But I mean, the quarterback, after struggling in the first couple series, did a pretty good job in that last drive for Pike. But very important for Center Grove to not let up and get off to a good start in the second half.
So that will conclude our Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show. Ray Skillman, where we stack them deep and sell them cheap. We're ready for the third quarter here at Pike High School. Center Grove in front, 28-6. Center Grove will kick off to begin the second half. Center Grove will have to kick into the wind, I do believe. We'll see. Yeah, it should be into the wind, and both teams have really struggled kicking into the wind here in tonight's ball game. Rick, every Friday night we get so many Trojan fans across the nation tuning in to Center Grove football, and just got handed to me Joey Siderwitz, the junior quarterback for the Trojans. His uncle, actually it's his great uncle Tom Siderwitz tunes in every Friday night from Austin, Texas.
Well, he's seen a good performance by his great nephew in the first half in some very tough conditions. Be able to throw the ball and complete those passes, and a touchdown, a perfect pass to Hensley in the corner. So I would imagine the Austin weather is a little bit better than Indianapolis right now, Kevin. Just guessing.
To begin the second half, not a bad kickoff by Snyder. It's inside the 20, but maybe even better was the coverage by the Center Grove Trojans.
Steve and Holt right there, Jackson Holt. A good job. That ball bounced, and I think the Pike return man was hoping that it was going to bounce out of bounds, and it didn't. It bounced up in the air, and he had to pick it up. And then Steve and Holt were there and down him inside the 20-yard line. So fantastic job. Obviously tough to kick in that direction, but I think that's what Snyder is trying to do. The first 2 kicks that he had, and that ball just took off on him in the wind, and that time it was perfect, and Center Grove did a good job of covering it.
Tonight's third quarter being presented by the #1 Remax team in Center Grove, the Linder McClurg team. Pike will go to the ground game.
Still going.
Nice run going out of bounds. Stepped out just short of the 40-yard line, so a nice opening run to begin the third quarter for the Pike Red Devils. Let's watch and see how they got outside. Just a broken tackle.
And
Collins with a nice run.
Yep, Curtis Collins on a run of about 20 yards, and Pike first down. Get them out of a little bit of a hole there.
I'm sure Coach Moyer's pep talk at halftime has this Pike team fired up. Run to that far sideline, pushed out of bounds.
Lundgren, I believe, on the tackle, number 53, after a short gain by the Pike runner.
Adam Lutgreen, leading tackler for this Trojan defense. And Rick, you like to see your top tacklers to be your linebackers, and that's what you have. Lutgreen and Sodrell and Sears, those are your top 3 tacklers.
Yeah, those guys have had fantastic seasons so far.
Again, running to the near side, putting his head in there on the tackle is Zach Hart, senior cornerback. Knocks him out of bounds, short out of the first down. A couple of yards short, 7 yards for Rashad Madaris. He's a senior, 5'10", 162 pounds.
Yeah, Madaris already has as many carries in the game. That was his 10th carry of the game, and he only had 11 total coming into for the entire season. So they've obviously had to modify their attack after the injury to Trudeau.
First down, Collins. They needed a couple. He got all the way inside the Trojan 45 before he was tripped up. I do believe that was Lutgreen. Let's watch and see. But I believe Lutgreen got a piece of him, but Collins with a nice opening. That's actually Josh Hart.
Yep.
Excuse me, not 53, but 23. That gets credit for the tackle. The pitch back to Madaris, and this time he runs out of bounds. He avoids the big hit from Zach Hart, loses a yard on the play.
Yeah, good job by Hart by coming up and making the play here. As we look at the replay, they had a little option play. Center Grove read it well, and Hart came up to support, and actually a loss of 1 on the play.
Second and 11. Getting things underway here in the third quarter, opening drive for the Pike Red Devils, going with their backup quarterback, sophomore Barnes. Really started to feel a lot more comfortable late in the first half. Barnes in the pocket, throwing, and nearly picked off. Zach Hart was in position.
Hart was there, and then it looked like he was going to deflect it to Lundgren, and ball just came up just incomplete as we look at the replay here. Yeah, Hart was about the only one that was going to catch that, but that's going to bring up 3rd and long for Pike.
Talafaro, the intended receiver on that play. 3rd and 11. Barnes underneath, dumps it off to Collins. He's taken down, fumbled, picked
Hart
up by
picks it
the
up. He might
Trojans.
go.
And that is Hart. He's going to return it for the touchdown. 50-some yards on the return.
Flag late
for Hart. Let's see what the flag is all about. Where's the flag down? It's at the 41-yard line. I'm wondering if that could be a sideline warning against the Center Grove Trojans or the Pike Red Devils. Again, the officials have to have room to run down that sideline, so we'll see. Kind of an odd place for the flag to be down.
Yeah, there was no people around where he threw that. It wasn't like there was a block or anything in the back. I mean, it was 40 yards behind the play, so you're probably right. At least Center Grove hopes that you're right there. But Zach Hart picked up the fumble, and he rumbled about 62 yards on that.
Personal foul against the Pike Red Devils.
So probably enforce that on the kickoff.
Enforced on the kickoff. I think you're right, Rick. So the play will stand. The touchdown will stand. It's about a 55-yard return, would you say, guys?
I think he picked it up around the 40.
So closer to 60 yards on the return for Zach Hart. We'll watch it again. Let's pick it up here. Collins with the catch, and he fumbles it inside the 40, so return of
62.
About 62 to 63 yards on the return by Zach Hart, and a personal foul on the play. I didn't quite see the personal foul. but it is against Pike, and it's now a 34-6 ball game. Center Grove with a defensive touchdown, and now Snyder will kick for the Trojans, and quite a bit of rain out there. A lot of umbrellas up here at Pike High School.
It is still 70 degrees and sunshiny here in the press box, Kevin, and I hope it stays that way.
Yeah, we had Scott McCoy and Aaron Holt both on at halftime, and both of them were just absolutely drenched.
They did not want to go back and cheer for their sons on the sideline there.
Great job by Joey to take that snap from Combs and got it down, and the kick by Snyder is good. That's not always easy,
nope.
Rick, to catch that football. It comes back with a lot of velocity from the Combs, as we see again. Great job by Hart. He's got a lot of speed. Great track runner, good speed. They just, once he got the lead on the Pike players, they just weren't going to catch him.
Well, and I didn't catch who was the person that jarred that loose, but it looked like he was going to come up maybe a yard or two short, which meant Pike probably was going to go for that on 4th down. But somebody came in, laid a lick to him. The ball came out. Hart was there at the right time. The ball bounced up to him, and like you said, Kevin, once he got about 5 yards, he was gone. There was nobody that was going to catch him, and credit to Center Grove defense for a big play at the start of the second half.
Did you know that no other RE/MAX agent in the world sells more real estate in Center Grove than Mark Linder and Tiffany McClurg with the Linder McClurg team? Year after year, they consistently rank in the top 50 of nearly 5,000 agents in the Metro Indy market. Mark Linder and Tiffany McClurg would like to say thank you for making them the #1 RE/MAX team in Center Grove.
Wow, big score here, Kevin. Warren Central 7, Lawrence North 7 in the third quarter. We'll see if Lawrence North, who Center Grove plays next week back at, is that at Lawrence North or is that at home next week, Kevin?
Oh, it's at Lawrence North. Center Grove at Lawrence North.
So that's a team that continues to get better under Coach Mallory, and with that 15-yard personal foul, Center Grove will kick off from the 45-yard line.
Let's see, kicking into the wind. Let's see if he can get it to the end zone.
Still
cannot. Gets it inside the 5, and Center Grove again with great coverage with the special teams. Bailey Moran with the tackle for the Center Grove Trojans. Again, that's one stiff wind and obviously kicking a wet ball. Very difficult to do tonight.
I mean, he kicked that as hard as he could, and it got to the 1-yard line. So 44 yards into the wind, but it actually was better than kicking in the end zone because Center Grove had such a short field, and they were able to cover that kickoff return and stop them on the 17-yard line.
Tonight's game being presented also by Pointer Sheet Metal, Indiana's largest and most respected full-service sheet metal and custom metal crafter, soon moving from Bloomington to the Greenwood area. If you have a project in metal, big or small, give Joe Lansdale a call, 812-935-6471, Pointer Sheet Metal. Great job by Gavin Everett. Got a great jump off the edge, got in there. Big-time loss of 5 yards on Medeiros.
Yeah, that's going to bring up 2nd and long for Pike. Definitely not a position that they want to be in with struggling the passing attack tonight.
On 2nd and 15, Barnes floats it out here to the flat, out of bounds, pushed out of bounds by Hart, Zach Hart, short of the first down.
Good throw.
That ball really floated for a while.
He had a large cushion against him. Center Grove was obviously protecting against the straight fly pattern down the sidelines, and that ball floated, but nice catch and big 10, 11 yards there to make it 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, 3rd and 4. Pike really getting to the line of scrimmage quickly now, down 35-6 with 10:22 to play, and quick completion.
First down.
First down, Pike. Well done. Telefaro with the reception.
Another update from Carmel. Carmel 23, Ben Davis 0.
I tell you, Carmel, they're just
They're just solid.
Solid, disciplined, not fancy by any means.
They have 0 yards passing tonight and 308 yards on the ground.
Ball control.
And that's also ball control, and Ben Davis is the same type of attack as Pike. I mean, it's all through the air. So if you get a night like tonight where you got that wind and the rain and everything else, that makes it very difficult if you're not used to running the ball.
Devin Wilson with the tackle. Lutt Green also in there. Great job. No opening at all for the Pike Red Devils. No gain, 2nd and 10. We're inside 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter. In the rain at Pike High School. This is one of those nights, Rick, you'd like to see a running clock.
Yeah, no kidding.
Keep it on the ground. Keep that clock rolling. Barnes lofts it up, and it is dropped. Wouldn't have been much of a gain. Blake Moran with the coverage.
Yeah, good job of pressure in the backfield again by Gavin Everett. He hit the quarterback as soon as he was throwing, and Barnes kind of just had to float it up there and did not complete it. That's going to bring up 3rd and 9 yards for Pike. Another 3rd and long.
3rd and 10. Clock stopped with 9:26 to play. Barnes pumps it, now throws it, and it is incomplete.
That ball, I mean, Fresher looks like it's right in his hands, and then all of a sudden that ball just takes off on him. That wind is just making it dance, not only for the offensive wide receivers, but Cole Fresher, that ball went 3 yards over his head after it looked like he had a beat on it. But credit Center Grove's defense, another good job there of stopping Pike on 3rd and 10, and that's going to bring up a punt by Pike and Connor Steed back deep.
Punting away from his own 16-yard line.
Oh, and he bounces
Bad snap, but gets it away. I do believe that's Marr with the punt, and Steve will let it bounce, and it does roll inside the 35 and down to the 33-yard line.
Smart play by Steve.
33 yards on the punt. 9:11 to play here in the third quarter. 35-6, all Center Grove.
All right, Kevin, I got a stat for you for tonight, and this is me bragging on the Purdue Boilermakers football team. Not the current one, but a recruit they have coming. Markel Jones for Columbus East at halftime tonight has 8 touchdowns, 308 yards rushing.
Wow.
At halftime.
Impressive.
So
those are Max Norris type numbers there.
Exactly.
Norris is carry here, not much. Half yard maybe. Good job by that Pike defense.
Well, and I'm sure Coach Moore wants to see Center Grove's offense not get stale, not come out and turn the ball over or get sloppy. He wants them to be sharp, especially on this first drive, get a couple good drives out of them, and then if you build up a big enough lead, then you can bring in some reserves to finish this off.
2nd and 10. Trevor Holt.
Big hole.
Another big hole, yes. He gets a first down. He's near midfield. Flag comes in.
It's going to be another 15.
15-yard face mask going against the Pike Red Devils. Trevor Holt really looking good tonight. Jackson Holt, his brother, looking great, running the football tonight. Again, stepping into this role tonight. Daggett not available tonight. So the Trojans a little short-handed, but great job by the Holt brothers.
Well, and we've seen this in the past. I mean, a couple years ago, whenever you had all those running backs go down, and then you put in, I think it was Sears that they put in for a regional or semi-state game, a guy that had been at linebacker all year, and it just, when the kids grow up running the wing tee, I mean, those guys are used to running on offense, and they know the plays, and they know the spots, and you're able to plug in guys that are on both sides of the ball into those holes. But you're right, both Trevor and Jackson have had fantastic games tonight.
14 yards on the carry. Tack on the 15 yards for the face mask. Max Norris off right tackle. Some tough yards, gets a couple. If you want an experienced professional Greenwood cosmetic dentist, look no further than Dr. Jim Heck at White River Family Dental. Give him a call, 855-896-2078, or go online for more information at greenwoodcosmeticdentist.com. Rick, Teddy's Burgers joint providing our pregame meal once again tonight. What was your pick tonight?
I went back to breaded tenderloin since they ran out of the breaded shrimp. So fantastic breaded tenderloin again tonight.
Nice run going here for Jackson Holt. Ripped down at the 27-yard line. I know, Chris, you went with the Cajun burger. He gives it a big thumbs up. I went back to my original, and what I typically like to go with is the bacon burger. Can't go wrong with a bacon cheeseburger.
Anything with bacon, Kevin, is fantastic. So bacon wrapped ice cream, bacon, I mean, whatever you need. Bacon is fantastic.
Teddy's Burger Joint, located at Southport Road and State Road 37, locally owned and operated by a team of Southsiders. They have a kid area for where they can go play in the arcade, sandbox, and also live music on the weekends with a nice outdoor patio. And for the Trojans, power running game. Gets it to the, 21-yard line?
First down.
First down, Trojans. McCoy with a carry of 7 yards.
I'm thinking that Teddy's Burger Joint outdoor seating was not very popular on a night like tonight, Kevin.
Probably not.
They might have brought it back inside.
And you know Rupert from Survivor? He goes there, I think, once a month and watches Survivor with fans. So they can come. You can have dinner with Rupert.
Well,
and it's on a Wednesday night. It's later this month in October. But Rupert from Survivor comes, and we'll sit and have dinner and sit there and watch the show on TV.
I guess that whole mayoral bid that he had that didn't go so well the last, 8 or 10 years ago or whenever that was.
I think he was running for governor.
Or governor, you're right. It was governor. But you know what? Survivor's one of my favorite shows, Kevin. I turned it on last night or 2 nights ago, and former Braves pitcher John Rocker's on it this year.
Titus McCoy hit
He's
at the
moving.
10, just won't go down. They're still trying to throw him down, and he just won't go down.
He's going to be close to another first down. I think
Very
he's got
close, yeah. On that previous carry, Max Norris had a nice gain. Here we'll see McCoy gets inside the 10 to the 9. They lift him up, can't get him down, trying to sling him to the turf, still won't go down.
First and goal.
So it is a first down. They'll mark him at the 9. Center Grove in front, 35-6. We're at the 5:50 mark in the third quarter. It continues to rain here at Pike High School.
Ref needs to quit blowing the clock dead. I mean, keep that thing running.
Siderwitz, handoff. Trevor Holt looking for the end zone.
Oh,
Flag
nice
down.
move.
He's in the end zone, but will it stand? We'll see. Flag down. Trevor Holt scores. Second time tonight we've had a Holt brother get into the end zone, but this one may come back.
Man, he made a nice little cutback at the end there to get from the 3 into the end zone. But you're right, Kevin. That's going to come back. Looks like another holding on Center Grove. That's the one. The one bad spot for tonight is that's the 4th holding penalty for Center Grove. They were able to overcome 3 of those in the first half on one drive, but that one cost them 7 points.
Ball at the 20 following the penalty.
Holt again.
Holt
He's in again.
Touchdown.
Wow.
This time 20 yards out. They go right back to it.
No flags.
Holt scores from 20 yards out. So Jackson Holt scores in the first half, and Trevor Holt scores from 20 yards out here.
Who's next? Sam Holt, Eli Holt, Ty Holt.
Maybe we'll see that tomorrow.
Well, I saw Eli Holt whip off about 5 of them against me yesterday, so I had nightmares about that number 14. Great job by Trevor. He was almost untouched on that, which coming from the 20-yard line, just fantastic blocking up front.
41-6, all Center Grove. Snyder's kick is good, makes it now 42-6, 5:21 to play in the third. Trevor Holt from 20 yards out. Rick, at what point do you start making some changes? Usually Coach takes the starters through at least 3 quarters and then starts subbing in guys in that first part of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I would imagine we'll see the first-team defense stay on this drive, and then he'll see where he's at with how much time left in the third quarter and stuff before he starts substituting pretty freely. You want to make sure you don't get anybody hurt when it's wet, when it's cold like this, and and stay healthy coming out of this into the last couple weeks of the regular season.
Republic Services is a proud supporter of Trojan football. It's not just what we haul away, but the value we add to your experience and your bottom line that makes the difference. When you add proactive thinking and industry expertise to reliable service delivery, it is easy to see why Republic Services has become one of the strongest waste and recycling companies in the nation. Snyder to kick off into the wind and the rain. High pop-up kick. This might be tough to catch. It does take a bounce. A good job by the Pike player to make the catch, and he is chopped down short of the 30. And let's see if he'll get up. He is slow to get up. A couple of Pike players down.
48 for Center Grove. Rhett Mappus with a nice tackle there, and you're right. He hit him pretty hard, and he's slow to get up.
So a break in the action with 5:18 to play in the third. 42-6, all Center Grove. Player down for Pike now on his feet, walking off with a little bit of assistance. Again, good coverage by the Center Grove special teams. Indiana's largest and most respected full-service sheet metal and custom metal crafter is soon moving from Bloomington to Greenwood. Pointer Sheet Metal will relocate to a new state-of-the-art fabrication facility in December. If you have a project in metal, big or small, give Joe Lansdale a call, 812-935-6471. From the Pike 28-yard line.
Good pickup on first down by Barnes.
6 yards for Barnes. Right up the middle. Center Grove brought him down just short of the 30-yard line. Right outside. First down here for the Pike Red Devils. And
Keith Sears on the tripped him up on the tackle.
yeah, and he will walk off. That's Medeiros. He's a little gimpy following that play. So he comes out of the ball game.
He's probably tired. He's not used to carrying the ball, rushing the ball that much.
A lot of carries tonight for that young man. New set of downs for the Pike Red Devils off. Left tackle, that's Collins. Gets it to midfield at the 50. Second and 1, pick up a 9 for Curtis Collins. Again, Bo Trudeau, their senior quarterback, had to leave the ball game back in the first quarter due to injury, has not returned. And Barnes, the sophomore, getting a lot of playing time here tonight. Growing up in a hurry, he runs that one to the 35, picks up 16 yards.
Yeah, that was another nice, well-blocked quarterback draw by Barnes. He picked up 15, 16 yards, and now Pike's down to the 35-yard line.
With the pitch to the deep man. Good job by the Center Grove Trojans. Very disciplined, not fooled by the fake handoff to Collins. And coming up to make the stop, we got Luttgreen in there along with
Devin
Wilson, and also Zach Hart came up to help out as well. No yards on the play. Cheeseborough took the pitch. Junior at 5'8", 147 pounds. Brings up second and 10. Barnes hands it off. Cheeseborough will try to get outside. Cannot. Tyler Pence, Jr., makes the tackle. Flag on that far side. Let's see if it could be holding against Pike. Cheeseborough with the carry. Maybe lost some yardage on the play.
Fantastic job by Tyler Pence fighting off that block and then coming in and stringing that out and then making the nice tackle. Center Grove declines the penalty. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 11 for Pike.
3rd and 11. 3:25 and counting, 3rd quarter. Key part of that is the and counting part.
Yeah.
Keep that clock rolling. Barnes to that far sideline. He doesn't really zip his passes, Rick. He's more of a touch passer, even though he's a pretty nice-sized young man. But
that's hard to tell too on
True.
You know, if the wind's taking those, or if, like you said, if that's just sort of the passer that he is versus trying to zip the ball in there. But obviously on a night when it's windy, you need to put a little more zip on there, or the ball is going to dance more into the wind.
Cooper, number 17, was the intended receiver. 4th and 11. Pike trying to pick up the first down and will not. Center Grove will force the turnover on downs. He was able to get it inside the 30, had to get it to the 25 for the first down, and we'll see the Center Grove offense with 3:06 to play. And good job by the secondary. Also Cameron Tidd from that D-line in on the tackle as well.
Starting offense is still in there. Siderwitz, Trevor Holt, Max Norris.
Rick, not quite the game we saw last year. Remember last year, 14-13. Center Grove held on to win. Pike was so big, so physical last year. I remember Center Grove lost a couple of running backs in that game due to injury. And that is Trevor Holt to the 45-yard line.
A Trevor Holt coming out party tonight.
15, 16 yards on the play for Trevor Holt. And sometimes when you get the reps during the week, knowing that you're going to play, that just helps you that much more. Last week, he and Jackson got inserted late in the game, and as Daggett went down and McCoy went down. And so, again, sometimes just having that week of preparation is a big, big plus. And good job by Pike. A good tackle right there at the 45-yard line.
Well, and Trevor now for the game is at 70 yards. So 5 carries, 70 yards. So he's averaging 14 yards a carry. Titus has got the 83 yards. Max Norris is now over 103 yards. But Center Grove continues to just pound the ball on the ground, and they're approaching 300 yards of total rushing yards.
Flags down on that far side. This will go against the Center Grove Trojans. Again, did you know that no other RE/MAX agent in the world sells more real estate in Center Grove than Mark Linder and Tiffany McClurg with the Linder-McClurg team? Year after year, they consistently rank in the top 50 of nearly 5,000 agents in the Metro Indy market. Mark Linder and Tiffany McClurg would like to thank you for making them the #1 RE/MAX team in Center Grove.
Well, I'd like to thank them as well. They were one of the sponsors for our Center Grove Band and Football League fundraiser that we had this year. They printed up all of those cards that we had that we gave away, so appreciate their help with the Band and Football League.
Trevor Holt gets back to the original line of scrimmage at the 45. It'll bring up 3rd and 10 for the Trojans as we now close in on the final 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter here at Pike High School.
You do see a couple new guys in there now for Center Grove. Number 34, Tristan Clark, is in there in the backfield in place of Max Norris. You got him, and you got the 2 Holt boys, Jackson and Trevor, in the backfield.
Siderwitz to pass. Throws it down. He's got a man, Trevor Holt, and the wind kind of held it up. Holt could not come back to it, and Siderwitz took a hit as he released it, and we'll see the Center Grove punting unit for the first time tonight. I'm not for sure how effective you can be with the punt into the wind. We'll see.
You do not like to see this, do you, Kevin? Not when you got number 98 there getting ready to kick the ball.
It's never a good thing if you punt and you catch your own punt.
No.
That's how bad this wind is tonight.
Yeah, he's got to keep it low.
Yeah, you want to drive it.
You don't want any hang time tonight.
No, you want to drive it. Line drive. Conrad from inside his own 35. And it's a spinner. It'll go.
He backed it up like Phil
to
Mickelson.
the 40 again. Just not a good
That's
night
impossible.
to kick or punt in that stiff wind.
That is impossible. Now, what you really want to see now is him get the opportunity in the fourth quarter to kick one the other way, so that he can get that one up in the wind, and hopefully that'll help his average. And you know, Kevin, when you got a spotter that was a college football punter, he's got the critiques working over here. So,
got to check the game film later. Collins outside, nice gain. Picks up a first down. Out of bounds, stops the clock with 1:02 to play. At the Trojan 49. Chase out of bounds by Sodrell. Collins again, another nice gain. Close to another first down, marked down at the 40.
Yeah, they've done a better job of running the ball, and that's worked pretty well in the quarterback draw. Anytime they've tried to run that option, that hasn't been very successful. Center Grove's done a good job of sniffing that out, but both of those plays have been pretty successful for Pike.
Who's the away team?
Second and 1, picked up 9. Barnes going right back to Collins. Inside the 35 for the first down. Stops the clock momentarily to move the first down markers. 20 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Stick with what's working, and that's
Yeah, I don't know why you do
Curtis
anything different.
Collins.
That's going to be the end of the third quarter.
Final play. All Center Grove tonight leading 42-6 after 3 complete. Here at Pike High School, we'll take a break. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
Hi, I'm Mark Linder.
And I'm Tiffany McClurg with the Linder McClurg team at Remax Select.
We would like to say thank you for making us Center Grove's go-to real estate team year after year.
We take great pride in supporting and giving back to our community. Throughout the years, we have supported many blood drives, fundraisers, and have been named a top donator for Riley Children's Hospital. We are super excited to be a top sponsor for Center Grove football this year. Remember, when buying, selling, or building, please remember to call the Linder McClurg team. Go Trojans!
Welcome back to Pike High School. 52 degrees and the rain and the wind here. Just a difficult night, difficult conditions, not only for the players but the fans, but the Center Grove Trojans taking care of business, leading 42-6 after 3 complete. And to begin our fourth quarter, Center Grove will be out there with the defense. Our fourth quarter being presented by Aldi. Only Aldi has the great food and low prices to make the big game even better. Aldi, simply smarter shopping. And Rick, that Aldi store
10-10.
going to open up, yes, October the 10th. And big sponsor for our Super Bowl webcasts tomorrow, Aldi.
And I've heard they have some very interesting giveaways tomorrow at the Bantam League. In fact, little spoiler alert, I think they have something to do with noisemakers, and I told Laura Bauer to keep those away from my boys. I do not want to see those in my house.
So again, the Bantam Super Bowls tomorrow at Ray Skillman Stadium beginning at 1 o'clock with the rookie championship, followed by the minor game at 3 and the major division at 5. And do you have any idea who's playing in that 5 o'clock game, Rick?
That 5 o'clock game, I sure hope the South Carolina Gamecocks can overcome the coaching staff that they have on the sidelines because
it is going to be picked off by the Trojans. That is Josh Hart with the pick. And
He's got some guys in front of him.
He's got some blockers. He's going for the pick 6.
Steve's still trying to get down.
They finally take him down just short of the 30, and he had a full steam ahead. That is Josh Hart with the pick and returns it just shy of the 30-yard line. Well done by the senior, Josh Hart.
Man, that ball just hung up in the air. It looked like he was catching a punt, and great job. And then the wall set up, and Connor Steeb looked like he was running a relay race trying to get him in front of him and block the other guys. It does look like we have a penalty on the return, a block in the back, but it's on this side of the field, so we'll probably just back them up to about the 43-yard line or so.
So a big play by the Center Grove defense to begin the fourth quarter. Zach Hart here in the second half scooped up a fumble, returned it 60-some yards for a touchdown, and now Josh Hart.
New quarterback for Center Grove. With
a pick, and it's the sophomore in there for the Center Grove Trojans. Inside the 40 with the run play.
Trevor Holt again.
Jack Kellums, sophomore quarterback, 6'3", 195-pound sophomore.
Now Trevor's replaced by number 13, Michaela Gardner.
Time to grab your Center Grove roster. A lot of these guys will be playing tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock in the junior varsity game at Center Grove. Now getting a chance to play some here under the lights on a Friday night.
Tristan Clark trying to move that pile for a first down, and he's going to be close.
Real close. 7 yards for Clark, and he's right at the marker.
I just heard a good suggestion. We need to implement Bantam football rules right here, Kevin. Running clock when you're up by 3 scores. I don't know if we can signal that down to the officials on the field or not. I'm sure the fans probably wouldn't object to that either, that are out in the cold and the rain. Clark still moving.
Yeah, Clark picks up the first down this time. He was just a yard short. Gets thrown to the turf, short of the 20. 11 yards for Tristan Clark. Again, solid sophomore class.
It looks like they got number 33, Kobe Brown, in, 5'5", 180 pounds, sophomore running back. And number 13, I already said that, Michaela Gardner, also in at wingback position.
New set of downs here for the Center Grove Trojans. Kobe Brown with a nice carry. Inside the 20. Picks up 3. Got a text message here, Rick, from Scott Maynard. He's traveling back from Los Angeles. He is now stuck, he said, for the night in Salt Lake City.
Ooh.
So he's enjoying the webcast from Salt Lake City. He was hoping to get back tonight. So
Man, that might be the only thing he has to do out in Salt Lake City is listen to the internet, because I can't imagine there being a lot of bars open or anything.
Flag down.
Flag.
Yeah, flag down. Run by Tristan Clark.
I was thinking you were going to say he was stuck in Las Vegas. That would be the place to get stuck overnight, not Salt Lake City. Let me guess, a holding penalty, Kevin.
Yeah, holding against the Trojans. 8:43 to play here in the ball game. 42-6, all Center Grove.
Isn't that where this point in the game when the referees are supposed to just keep those flags in their pocket and keep that clock running?
You look across the way, Rick, the Center Grove faithful. Still quite a few here.
I think they're numb, Kevin. They're not moving
they
over
just
there.
Can't move.
Nope.
Going back to Kobe Brown. Tripped up just inside the 25.
Number 82's in for Center Grove. Luke Morose.
He's 83. You said 82?
Oh, sorry, Don Mason.
Don Mason, sophomore.
Gardner,
again, fine sophomore. Held short of the first down. So to bring up fourth for the Trojans. 7 yards for Gardner.
A couple other guys in on that offensive line. Number 67, Bailey Smith, 6'1", 245 sophomore. Also see Sam Hines still in for Center Grove. Number 52, Ryan Walker, 6 foot, 240-pound senior as well.
Center Grove's going to be just short of the first down. Tristan Clark with the carry. So, Rick, tomorrow you versus Ray Jackson in the Major Division Championship. It should be a great one. You're the top seed, and Ray's Washington State team, the number 2 seed. Should be a great one.
Yeah, we had a great game the first time we played, back and forth. Ray's got several big options. His son plays quarterback. He's a fantastic quarterback. Scrambles around a lot. Great arm. And then they have a couple good running backs. Clay Stanball is a very good running back. So the first time we played them, we scored with the last play of the game from the 5-yard line to beat them 27-21. And I'm looking forward to the matchup. We've had a fantastic year all year, and 10-1 going into that, and should be a fun game and a fun day. I was looking today, all of the games are 1 versus 2 seeds.
They are. There's 1 3 seed, but Holt said at halftime that 3 seed.
They were a tie for a second.
It was a tie, and they just lost the coin flip.
Yep. So you don't see that very often. A lot of times you see lower seed come out at least in one of those games. But so on paper, you got the best matchups in every one of those 3 games tomorrow, and looking forward to a fun day again.
3rd and 6 for the Pike Red Devils. Inside 6 minutes now to play here in the ball game. Barnes completes underneath. Good job by the Trojan defense. Kept it in front. Good gang tackling here on the near side.
Tyler Pence was the main guy there, and then he got help from number 18, Corbin Bowling, 6 foot, 180-pound junior linebacker.
Trey Allen with the catch.
Bailey Bennett's in it at linebacker as well. Number 35, Zach Stanball. Speaking of a Stanball.
4th and 2. They're going for it. What a stick by Corbin Bowling. He came and just annihilated the back in the backfield. So a turnover on downs. Corbin Bowling, a junior. Let's watch that one again. That was a heck of a play.
That's where the running back said, what was that freight train that just hit me? That was a great stick by Bowling.
So the Trojans take control. 1st and 10 at the Pike 22. We're under 5 minutes to play in this ball game. Quick snap. Tristan Clark inside the 20.
Good game to 4 or 5 by Clark on 1st down.
Sauer Dentistry of Center Grove, a proud supporter of Trojan football. As residents of Center Grove, Dr. Aaron Sauer and his family take great pride in being part of such a fantastic football program and school system. Dr. Sauer has 4 children who attend Center Grove schools and plans to be a supporter for many years to come. He welcomes new patients and provides dentistry for the entire family. Give them a call. To schedule an appointment, 317-865-1234. Sauer Dentistry of Center Grove.
Looks like we might have a fumble on the play. And Pike recovered.
So a turnover by the Trojans. And Pike will get another shot here late in the ball game.
Kevin, how early you got to get out to the fields tomorrow to get set up?
That's a good question for Matt. I know he'll get out there real early. I'll probably do like Ted Kitchell, games at 1. I'll show up about 12:55.
That sounds like Kitchell. I mean, we're lucky if he shows up by game time. But when you're big time like that, you can do what you want. And we missed Ted tonight. Hopefully McKenzie had a good match tonight, and obviously a good article about her in the Daily Journal in the last week or two, and comeback that she's made from her ACL injury last year is pretty remarkable. She's got a higher vertical leap than she did before the injury, so I know he's proud of her and glad he was able to go up and watch her play.
Barnes completes to Allen.
Now that was the best move of the night, that referee continuing to wind the clock instead of saying he was out of bounds.
They'll stop it momentarily to
did
move
get
the
first down.
chains. 3:10 and counting in this one.
Fumble.
Barnes got back on it. Trying to close this one out. Great win for the Trojans. 3 straight now for Center Grove here in conference play, heading into the Lawrence North game next week. Last report, Lawrence North was in a tight one with, was it Warren Central tonight?
Yeah, it was 14-7 Warren Central in the third quarter. So Lawrence North obviously improved from last year. They beat up North Central pretty good, and Coach Mallory obviously has them turned around. So that should be a very tough game. I mean, Center Grove struggled a little bit over there last year when we went over there for at least the first half, and should be a tough ball game. But you're right, Kevin. Center Grove's kind of found their groove after that opening 4-game stretch. They won 3 in a row pretty handily. Last week's was pretty close until the end, but starting to find their stride a little bit with 2 weeks left in the regular season.
And in a couple of weeks, Center Grove will return home to finish up the regular season against Cathedral before beginning the state tournament. And going back to Lawrence North, I remember last year talking to Coach Moore. I said, is it kind of like watching Center Grove on tape, watching the Wildcats? Because Coach Mallory, for so many years, an assistant coach with Coach Moore, runs that wing tee offense. He said exactly like watching Center Grove game film. And so he's done a really good job in a very short period of time, just his second year at Lawrence North. And again, last report, they're giving Warren Central a great ball game tonight.
Good tackle out there on the end by number 12, Will Smithy. 6 foot, 170-pound junior defensive back. Another first down by Pike. Minute 15 remaining, Kevin.
Mappus in the backfield with the tackle. Our fourth quarter tonight being presented by Aldi. Only Aldi has the great food and low prices to make the big game even better. Aldi, simply smarter shopping. And again, Aldi will be out there tomorrow at Ray Skillman Stadium, our big sponsor for the webcasts and the Bantam Super Bowls tomorrow. Going to be a special day. I know it's going to be cool tomorrow, but hey, that's football weather this time of year. It's going to be a great day of football, starting with the JV game at 10, followed up by the Bantam games at 1, 3, 5, and finish up with the Junior Trojans against North Central at 7 o'clock. And that should be our final play of the night, unless Pike will try to go one more play. We'll see.
I don't think they're calling any timeouts or anything, Kevin. Yep, looks like Coach Moores is going out to the...
Yeah, he's going to let it run out. Tough night tonight for the Pike Red Devils. Again, losing their senior quarterback in that first quarter, and really shorthanded tonight against a very good Center Grove team, and the Trojans played extremely well. All phases tonight, putting up 42 points, winning 42-6, your final. Center Grove now 3 straight wins and 3 conference wins now for the Trojans after starting the season 0-3 in the conference. A solid win for the Trojans on the road, heading now to Lawrence North next Friday night. What we'll do, we'll take a break and be back with a quick post-game show to recap tonight's win. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
The milk from other supermarkets is fresh, wholesome, and expensive. The milk from Aldi is also fresh and wholesome, but it costs a lot less. And when you consider that our milk comes from the same place as theirs does, paying more for it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Not even to her. At Aldi, the same is always better when it costs less. And that's the truth.
When I woke up one day, and I was 60.
When when my baby weight was acting more stubborn than my baby.
When divorce closed one chapter of my life, but opened another.
Whenever you're ready, our door is always open, and you'll always find the right encouragement to keep you on track.
If you want to cut your grocery bill, you typically have to cut the amount of groceries you buy. But when you switch to Aldi, you can cut your grocery bill by up to 50% without cutting back on groceries. At Aldi, we give you longer receipts for less money. And that's the truth. Aldi, simply smarter shopping.
Welcome back to Pike High School one last time tonight. The Center Grove Trojans going to the road to pull off a great win tonight, 42-6 your final. First conference road win of the season for Center Grove, and Center Grove now 3-3 in the MIC, 4-3 on the season. And Rick Embry, the Trojans got it going in that first half. Just really ran the ball well tonight, sprinkled in some passes here and there, but really spread the wealth tonight. A lot of different guys were able to get into the end zone, but I just think that's the way the wing T runs at its best, is when you're spreading the wealth.
Yeah, and obviously this game changed significantly when Trudeau went down. I mean, Pike's entire offense is driven around that guy, and when he goes down 4 plays into the game, that changed things big time. So, but credit Center Grove. I mean, they were really never stopped on offense. Fantastic job on the ground, running the ball, and then, like you said, 3 backs over 85 yards tonight between Trevor Holt, McCoy, and Max Norris over 100 again. So credit to the offense. Defense did a fantastic job, put up a touchdown as well on their side of the ball.
Yeah, just all phases really solid tonight. And Rick, the Trojans now got a week of practice, get ready for Lawrence North before returning home for Cathedral in the season finale.
Yeah, and that next week will be much tougher matchup. I think Lawrence North will come ready to play. We'll be at their place, so they're getting some excitement built into that program, so it'll be a much tougher matchup for Center Grove.
Rick, all the best tomorrow with you and your team in the Super Bowl. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Kevin.
That's going to wrap it up tonight from Pike High School. But before we sign off, we do got to give a big shout-out to Austin Tyke. He's our camera operator upstairs. He braved the cold, the wind, the rain, and I'm not sure if he can feel his fingers anymore. But, Austin, thank you very much upstairs. Did a wonderful job battling the elements all night long. Tonight's game was produced by Center Grove Gridiron Productions, New 5 Creative, and CenterGroveSportsNetwork.com. Again, the executive director is Aaron Holt, executive producer Matt Murray, and our statisticians Bo Barrett and Jamie Smith. Our spotter tonight, Chris Pulaski. Great job tonight. Special thanks to Center Grove Athletic Director John Zwitt and also head football coach Eric Moore and Pike head coach Derek Moyers for their help with tonight's broadcast. Again, the Trojans win it big here on the road. 42-6 your final. Center Grove 4-3 on the season, 3-3 in the conference. For Pike, they fall to 2-5 overall and 0-5 in the conference. The Trojans are at Lawrence North Friday night at 7 o'clock for a MIC game. Pike is at North Central for a conference game at 7 o'clock. Until next Friday night, this is Kevin Conrad for Rick Embry saying good night, everyone, from Pike High School.